I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. There is a light side and a dark side. There is the will of the Force, and that will is the light. I will do what I must to serve the will of the Force. There is only the Force. In the Force, there is peace and justice. There is love, balance, and acceleration. And when I am weak, the Force will give me strength. There is courage, patience, and self-control. And when I fail, I will learn. There is joy, wisdom, and discernment. And when there is emotion, I have truth. There is purpose in all things, even death. Good or bad, it all works for my good, for I am with the Force. I am the wielder of the flame, the holder of the torch, and the keeper of the flame, lighting the way. I am a soldier who marches the narrow light path. I am the guardian of love, balance, and acceleration. I am a soldier of the Force. I am the Grey Jedi. Trust only in the Force.
Hello there. Welcome, G-Force. Go ahead and grab a seat inside the Grey Temple. How are you doing? I hope you're all having a great day today. It's showtime. Boom! Let's go! That's rule number 1. Block against the Grey Jedi. Yeah. Just better, baby. We're playing a very dangerous game, but I like dangerous. Let's do it! Easy! That's right, another win added to our undefeated streak, guys. We're unstoppable! Love, balance, and acceleration all the way, baby! Sparty and I are just on a whole nother level today! Let's get it, Sparty! There you go, Sam. Show them who the best trio is. Yes! No way. I'm just better, Sonny. Come on, Wookiee, you want a piece of me? Go ahead, bring on the big bugs. Bring them on. I was saving this just for you! How does it feel? Sheesh, Lou, are you kidding me? Oh, come on! There's too many of them, they're everywhere! That's right, Hacker, you got nothing on the Grey Jedi. See ya! What's that hit detection? Look at that 50-foot saber! I'm 50 feet away! Sinking trip mines and turrets. Get the joke!
Activating Grey Mode!
Look at how easy I made that 4v1 situation look. Get out of here! You're not on my level! That was Grey Mode, baby! Don't make me pull it out again! Woo! Getting it! Parry, 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 parry! I'm the parry master, baby! That's right, and don't you forget it! You want some? Come get some! Woo! Let's get it, baby! I'm just on a whole nother level. I see you. You're mine! That's right, baby! Let's get it! Just better, baby! It's showtime. Boom! Let's go! That's rule number 1! Block against the Grey Jedi! Yeah. Just better, baby. We're playing a very dangerous game, but I like dangerous. Let's do it! Easy! That's right, another win added to our undefeated streak, guys. We're unstoppable! Love, balance, and acceleration all the way, baby!
Activating Gray Mode!
Look at how easy I made that 4v1 situation look. Get out of here! You're not on my level! That was Gray Mode, baby! Don't make me pull it out again! Woo! Getting it! Parry, 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 parry. I'm the parry master, baby! That's right, and don't you forget it! You want some? Come get some! Woo! Let's get it, baby! I'm just on a whole nother level. I see you. You're mine! That's right, baby! Let's get it! Just better, baby! Who am I? I'm the Grey Jedi. Did you really think that was it? That I wasn't going to step up to the plate? You think I'm finished? That I wouldn't do what needs to be done? You think I wouldn't lock it in? That I wouldn't put my nose to the grinding stone? That we weren't going to build the Great Temple? Think again. G-Force! We're a force to be reckoned with! And we're just getting started. Oh yeah. What's up? Oh, Han's over here. How you like that push? You like that push? Easy! The next parry. The next combination. The next challenge. The next headshot. The next objective.
Watch out, might be
The next hot-shotish play.
Yep. What do you know?
The next win.
I'll get the cheat kill first.
It's all inevitable. And I don't care how I feel, because I know the truth. I'm going to get up, move forward, and let the love and courage conquer the fear. Continue to get better and stronger in every single way possible.
Sorry, guy, I didn't see. Get me in! Get me in! Start it! There's too many of them! Shoot! No!
We're the best around, and no one does it better. We're at the top, and we've still got so much more to go. Now let's have some fun and be full of joy, wisdom, discernment, understanding, initiative, creativity, ingenuity, insight, integrity, discretion, patience, humbleness, confidence, have greater intentions, contentness, peace, no hypocrisy, kindness, gentleness, better communication, and self-control. Let's spread the good news. We love, we balance, and we accelerate! We're accelerating so fast beyond belief. We're quicker than quick. Some days might be slower. Some days might be faster. But even on our slow days, we're accelerating and we can't be stopped. And if it's one of our better, more faster days, And oh baby, you might as well just get out of my way, because we're just unstoppable. If something's in our way, we knock it down and crush it with our foot. And if the dark forces rises up against us, and if it looks like we can't pass it, and it knocks us down, then we get back up, put on gray mode, and knock it down harder with all of our strength. We're better. We're an unstoppable dominating force. And if the force is with us, then who could ever stop us? For I am with the force, and the force is with me. LBA all the way, baby. Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? How's it going? Let's go. Happy Monday. It's been a minute. We were gone a week longer than we expected, but boy, did we have fun. Lots of good stuff to talk about. What's going on, Mandas? What's up, Gold Leader? What's up, G. Arston? Is it Arlston? Am I saying that right? Hopefully I'm saying that right. What's up, man? How are you guys doing this fine day? We're going to be continuing where we left off in Battlefront 2 today, or should I say KYBER Battlefront 2, so that way we can try out all the new heroes. We've already did about half, if I remember correctly, from the last stream, so this is part 2. Hopefully we can finish it up. If we don't finish it up, then we'll just go to part 3. So let's have some fun today. How's it going? Going great? It's going good, man. It's going good. So for those that haven't been keeping up with the posts, dude, well, let me just start off by saying this before we hop straight into the game, because we will hop into the game, but I just wanted to really get this message through, because as someone who rewatched Star Wars in like a marathon type setting, woo, dude, listen, I've seen these movies so many times, but it never gets old, and it puts a smile on my face. And not only does it put a smile on my face, it just reminds me how much I've lowered the standard of good when it comes to a Star Wars movie. Oh my goodness. I think it was actually worse that I did a marathon before watching Mandalorian and Grogu, because I watched the first 6 and I was like, ho, 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 ho. Bangers. Bangers, dude. Phenomenal. I had an amazing time. So, as you guys know, we did this with some friends, and I don't know how to say this other than just saying it. A couple of them, okay, let me put it this way. One of them really liked it. Okay, they were into it. All right, for the most part, like, they're not as diehard as me, of course, right? But they were into it, man. They enjoyed all 6. Some of the others, bro, we're literally giving up in the first one. The Phantom Menace. Like they like left the room. They ended up coming back, but then they were gone for like the majority of 2. They came back towards the end of 2, and then they realized what they're missing. So then they watched most of 3. I'm like, bro, you can't do it like that. You can't do it like this. And some of them, yeah, so I don't know. One of them watched all the way through. A lot of them were very in and out, which is kind of unfortunate. But it be what it be. You know, you can't force someone to like something. They like it or they don't. And then, okay, so you guys know that one friend that, like, his taste is a bit different. Okay, I was actually super happy at first. Because he has seen some of the Star Wars stuff before, but the reason why I didn't like it is because it just didn't make sense to him. Well, y'all know me. I have answers for things, right? So he's asking me these questions, and I'm answering them, and he's actually getting invested. He's like, oh, that actually makes sense, right? Like, understanding the lore and the continuity behind it, right? So I'm answering all these things, and we're into, like, Revenge of the Sith now. Like, I can tell he's actually getting a little invested because he's asking more and more questions. And, dude, I lost him in Revenge of the Sith. I answered it good. I answered it right, but it just wasn't his taste. once he asked, even though they answered it in episode 1, I guess he didn't catch it. He asked, who is Anakin's dad in Revenge of the Sith? So I explained to him, and unfortunately, I think I lost him. He said, yeah, nah, I'm good. And then he didn't watch the originals. I think he watched part of like the end of 5 and maybe the end of 6, but yeah, it was unfortunate. It was fun, not unfortunate. It was unfortunate that he didn't get as invested as I would have liked him to, but overall across the board, I had a lot of fun. I'll take one at least. One friend was really invested into it, and you know, there's that. What's up, Steven? Nice to see you, man.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hope you're all doing well. How many people were there in total? Oh man, let me count. Okay, let me think. So, jeez. There's me. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mainly 8 of us. And then there was like 2 of them that were like really in and out. Like they couldn't stay. So technically there was 10, but mainly 8 of us. So it was interesting. And let me just say, as someone who has never spent this much money on Star Wars tickets in the theaters, because I bought all the tickets or whatever. 9 of us went to the to see the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie. And I'm sure you guys are wondering, what's your thoughts, Gray? What's your thoughts? What'd you think? Tell me. We're going to get to that, but we're going to play a game first. We're going to play a game first, and then we'll talk about it, okay? But I think I have a controversial opinion. But we will see. We'll see. Maybe not, maybe so. At least from what I've been seeing from the post that I put out, asking what you guys were thinking of it, it looks like I might have a controversial opinion, but you know what? That's all right. That's fine. I mean, it's mine. I'm gonna be truthful to what I believe and what I think about it, and that's that. So we'll get into more details and stuff like that as we play. But I just wanted to start off by saying thanks, guys, for being patient. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed a couple of the no commentary streams. It wasn't with my setup, so I couldn't have commentary or anything, especially with people there. It wasn't my house. I'm just glad their Wi-Fi was good enough, at least up until the last Lego stream towards the end. It was getting really laggy and unplayable. Even someone who commented in the chat about that, I was like, oh my goodness. If I fell and I died, I would have been so upset. It wouldn't have been a huge deal, but it still would have been a huge deal. We're starting to build a Grey Temple on that thing. So going forward, it's going to be on Grey Plays Games, but I didn't want to go through that whole extra hassle to disconnect my Grey Jedi account and reconnect or Grey Plays Games on the PlayStation, all that. So I just try to do a little bit when I could. Sorry if I was staying still for a while. It's because I had to take care of something. For those that don't know, one of my best friends had a knee replacement surgery, so that was another reason why I've been kind of in and out. But that's enough talking. We could talk more later. Let's get into the challenge in today's stream. So we're going to be joining without cosmetics if you guys want to join. Let's see here.
An acceleration!
It didn't ask me what instance I wanted, so I'm assuming there's only one instance at the moment. I guess we'll find out. It says Naboo right now. I'm all for that. Let's see what happens. Wait, who is his dad? Anakin did not have a dad. So when I was explaining that he was born of a virgin, that being Shimmy Skywalker, and the Force made him, that's when I lost him. And then yeah, so there's that. All right, let's get into it, baby. Wow, G3, I really just don't know what to say. You come in late today, and then you still have the wrong transition. You know, don't talk to me, G3. Don't even. No, I don't want to hear any excuses. I'm done. Dude, geez Louise, this guy. Unbelievable. Comes in late and doesn't even I don't even know what to say. I gotta remember what hero I gotta focus on. So we've done Maul, I'm pretty sure. They really made Battlefront 3 in Fortnite? No, they definitely didn't. We tried. We checked it out. We gave our thoughts on it. Is it fun? Absolutely. Is it Battlefront 3? Absolutely not. If we're looking to if anything's gonna be Battlefront 3, it's this right here, KYBER version 2. With all the mods that we've got. We were Dooku, I think we were all the vanilla characters. I think we've been Ventress, we've definitely been Jango Fett. Bosk I remember being because they changed him. Dengar I don't remember being. The only con here with Supremacy on KYBER is you can't pick the era. So we might have to do some Galactic Assault just so that way we can have some more options, because I don't think I've banged Dengar. So I'm going to just aim for Dengar right now and go from there. The no commentary streams were pretty fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed them. I figured, you know what, it's better than nothing. You know what I mean? That's kind of where my mindset was at least to give you guys a little bit of something. Oh, it's Kenobi. I was wondering who that was because I saw like parts of the Mandalorian armor, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, that's a sick skin, man. Love to see that one. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. He's like, where is that dude coming from? No, you don't kill me. Darn it. You try to force push me. No, I died to a level 1, darn it. All right, whatever. Run it back. Where's my squad at? Why am I only having one specialist to spawn on? I gotta say, he's got a good spot. Wait, we're defending. Never mind. Not a good spot. We gotta press a little bit harder here. Ooh, I'm hurting. Welcome back. I missed you guys too, man. I miss streaming. Miss talking to you guys. I appreciate you guys, the people that did respond in the posts. I love seeing your guys' thoughts and all that, which is why I didn't want to talk about the Mandalorian and Grogu yet, because I did want to pull up what you guys thought about it here on stream. Oh, I missed my shots at the beginning, but we still pulled through and won that fight. No way. Let's go. How are you doing, Marsh? Hope you're doing well, man.
Hello there.
I want to put my turret up here. Ooh. Kind of stole that kill, but it's all good. We're chilling. Flash him. Get him, Grievous. Get him. How are they not pushing? Oh, as I say that, just a bunch of them. I'm like, how are these guys not pushing? All right, now we have enough for Dengar. Let's go, baby. No idea what his abilities are. We got Frenzied Blast. Dengar greatly improves his blaster rate of fire. Dengar raises his blaster overheated to bash an enemy to the ground. It's like a charge, but I think I have to be close because it's with his gun. Dengar throws sticky bombs at enemies ahead of him, gaining... All right, so is that kind of like a... Let's try this out. Okay, it takes a second to go off. All right, at least he has some health. That's nice. I like to see that. Ooh, I'm hurting. Hold on, I gotta get my health regen. I don't know what his health regen is here. I'm not familiar with his abilities, so I gotta be somewhat wise about it. Can I throw it far, my grenades? Okay, I threw my grenades, it didn't really work, so maybe it has to be kind of like thrusters where it locks onto somebody before you can use it. I'm hurting bad. I gotta back up. No, I have to do better. I can do better. What am I doing? We need Leia's shield. Unfortunately, she's not in this era. Get out of here, Gungan. Get out of here. Yeah, I can't set it down unless it registers someone, which is interesting. So it's not like Bosk's grenades, unfortunately. How long did that shield last? I threw my bomb 10 years ago. I messed that up too. Jeez. Oh, man. The Rise of Skywalker's so bad it destroyed the planet in 1 trillion universes. Yeah, we definitely didn't watch the sequels. I mean, if these guys weren't even interested... If not, I shouldn't say all, but like, if most of these guys weren't even interested in the originals, no shot I'm showing them the sequel trilogy. Are you kidding me? If I lost my friends in Revenge of the Sith, could you imagine him seeing the sequel trilogy? Bruh. You know, here's the sad part. Not sad part. It's not sad, because if they like it, they like it, I guess, but I just don't understand how it won't ruin it for them. But I do think the one that did like 1 through 6, I have a feeling that they would like the sequel trilogy. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I like, based off of like the reasons why she's liking it, I think she'd like the sequel trilogy. which kind of crushes. Like, no, it doesn't crush my heart because I'm like, I'm glad she like that's good. She likes it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, bro, it's the sequel trilogy. How do you like that piece of trash? Dang it, I got distracted talking about the sequel trilogy, and now I'm dead. Would you look at that? See, even my gameplay sucks when I talk about the sequel trilogy. We just need to just get rid of everything sequels at this point in the game. Anything after event like Return of the Jedi, just get out. I headshot, he should be dead. That was my last Slug Vanguard shot. He should have died. Just saying for the record. Just saying for the record. My aim sucks today, man. We're gonna get that fine-tuned. Dude, of course he's able to have a specialist shield and a sentry gun. Ugh. Well, we've tried everybody. What's the point in being in this lobby? Because we're gonna win and go back down to the phase. You know what? I hate to do this, especially first game on, to quit the game. But we're gonna have to quit. We're gonna have to get into Galactic Assault so that way we can choose the different heroes. Because I'm pretty sure we've already been all the other heroes. In fact, we've been all the bad side Clone Wars heroes, if I'm not mistaken. So, what I need to do is get a drink. Y'all want a drink while we're here? Let me think. Can I, like, use my mouse for a second? Yeah, let me use this. So, I should have wrote down everybody who I've been so far. I know a lot of these I haven't been. I haven't been Hux. I haven't been Thrawn. I haven't been Iden. I don't remember if I've been Kylo or not. I haven't been Greedo. I haven't been these guys. I haven't been... Wait, maybe I've been him. I don't know. I need a list. Big mistake there. G3, put together a list, please. Please put together a list. Let's go to Galactic Assault. It's Camino. Yeah, out of all these, we're gonna go with Instance 2. The game already knows we want to get on Camino, man. Star Wars and Clone Wars is the best Star Wars thing of Star Wars in the Clone Wars era. Hot take. I wouldn't say that's a hot take. I mean, maybe for some people, but I think overall, I can, like, somewhat agree with you. I say somewhat because I do love Clone Wars. It's my favorite show. But at the same time, I think I like Revenge of the Sith better. I think I do. In fact, I do. And that's technically the end of the Clone Wars era, if you will. Maybe you could make an argument for, no, it happened in the Bad Batch, but you know what I mean. Overall.
Got to the archive.
Alright, this is better. This is better. Blue milk, please. G3, you got it. Get it. You fixed the transition, I noticed. Thank you, G3. Yeah, get Gold Leader some blue milk, please. I want some water. I need to lay off some of the blue milk, man. I need to be eating and drinking a little bit better. I do. Just a little bit. I gotta be honest. I went a little crazy these past couple weeks. I went a little crazy. I'll admit it. You know, I gotta lay it off a little bit. I gotta reel it back in. We had some fun. Had some little parties. But now we gotta reel it back. Like, where is everyone? I feel like I'm just not seeing a whole lot of people today. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have been officer. Oh, not for right now. Not for this range. Level 6, baby. Where's my... I don't have emotes. Guys, how do I not have emotes? This is a crime. Call me crazy, but I didn't get to finish reading.
For the honor of our brothers.
For the honor of our brothers. I don't know how that flash grenade is. I know they changed it, but I don't know how that be. Phase 1 has more aura than Phase 2. Common take. Yeah, not a hot take in 2026. Maybe back in 2015. Yeah, yeah. I think I like the movies. Like, I think I prefer the movies over Clone Wars, but I still love Clone Wars. It's up there. You know what I mean? I think it definitely enhanced the movies and helped the Clone Wars era for sure. No doubt about it. We need to get behind this dude. Shoot him from behind. Thank you. Heroic sacrifice. I actually was a heroic sacrifice right there. Definitely. All right, let's go specialist class. Maybe be able to get some snipes up in here. Caminoa.
Good news. Superior reinforcements landing.
Some people really think that Helldivers 2 can beat Star Wars. I've never played Helldivers 2, although I do know about it. All of my friends have told me about it and love it. But obviously, I'm gonna go with Star Wars. Apparently, there's like a lot of cool Star Wars mods in that game as well. So apparently, you can kind of get the best of both worlds there. But I'm not really too familiar with Helldivers 2. Oh, I have a question. Who saw the UFC Freedom 250 at the White House on June 14th? Bro. Talk about watching a lot of good things in the past couple weeks, man. Boy, did they put on a show. And bro, Josh, actual Sith Lord, very disrespectful. It doesn't matter, like, what you think. It's just, oh my gosh. Did I laugh? I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Because it's kind of, like, unbelievable. Like what he was saying, but then again, what did I expect? I expected pretty much, not that, but pretty close to it. This guy has turned into a Sith Lord, and I'm kind of all for it. Listen, I was sold once he started playing Duel of the Fates, like at the start of his song as he was starting to walk in one of his fights. Once he did that and dressed up as a Sith Lord during like the post-fight conference, like, I was like, bro. And then I saw his fans wearing t-shirts saying Spar Wars. Like, bro. That was great. I watched it, pretty awesome. Dude. Hey, Sean O'Malley put on the Sugar Show. Let's freaking go, baby. Yeah. And just engaged you with the USA win. Heck yeah. Couldn't write it better, baby. That was perfect. Love that. Dude, Ilya got messed up. And I like Ilya. You know, I honestly, I was kind of split because I'm like, I kind of wanted USA to come pull it through. You know what I mean? Represent the country. But then a part of me is like, I like Ilya too, man. So I was like, there's a part of me that's like, I didn't really care who won. I just wanted the best man to win, which I guess you could argue is the mindset every time. But I don't know. There's sometimes, like, for example, the Sean O'Malley fight, I was definitely cheering for Sean O'Malley, right? Let the best man win, but at the same time, I want Sean O'Malley to win. So you could still have more of a pull to somebody. I didn't really have much of a pull. If I had to pick, I was like, I thought, my brain was telling me Ilya would probably win, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? It's mixed martial arts. It just depends on the night sometimes, and it's all about matchups. And I never counted Gaethje out, even in round 2. Everyone at the party was counting him out in round 2. Like, he's done. I was the only one saying, no, he's not. I counted him out once before. I'm never doing it again. And guess what? I was right. Oh my gosh. Insane, dude. Every single fight was a finish. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right, we did nothing that game, but we got the win, so I'll take it. Oh, man. I'll drink for you, Gray. Appreciate that, Gold Leader. Appreciate you, man. Gray, did you get the DJ Droid into Droid Tycoon? I actually did. I wasn't able to stream it because I had, like, as you guys know, lots of people over, and apparently a lot of people there also were in the Droid Tycoon. So I tried, like, setting up. Oh, my goodness. It took, like, 2 hours just to get the account info for everybody. Oh, my goodness. But once we got everything set up, and some people were able to get on the PC, some people were able to get on the PlayStation, and the Switches and stuff like that. We had like almost a full squad going there, man. We had, I think, 5 of us, and we did get it. We did get it. I didn't like. Listen, I will say, as someone who's participated in all the events except for the BB-8 one, this event was by far the worst. It was way too grindy. It was kind of stupid. Like, honestly, like the event's only 6 hours, and we didn't even get everything. We didn't get the little crystals at the end, but we at least got the DJ thing. At least it was able to contribute as a team, because if not, that was ridiculous. What was it? 300 of those things? You had to do 300 trips? Like, that was that was too repetitive. Too much. Then again, I noticed it was 15%, but apparently I read the patch notes, and I also posted about it on X. So if you guys will follow me on X, follow me on there. If you don't have an account, don't make one. Just do yourself a favor, stay on YouTube. But yeah, I noticed in the patch notes, they changed all the iconic droids from 5% to 15%. So now I got 3 of them that make a bunch. So I guess with that mindset, maybe you could argue it was worth it, but it was kind of dumb. It was lame. It took way too long. I think I spent 4 hours or something on it, because the event was 6, and we spent a couple hours on the like accounts. And then after that, we got on. It was dumb. It was dumb. It wasn't fun. The only reason why anybody's doing it is for the droid, which I get. It's supposed to be a grindy game. I get it, but not a huge fan. Also, like, I enjoy the, what do you call it, the grindy... I can't believe you got me. What kind of angle do you get me at? Just kind of half paying attention there. I should probably pay a little bit more attention to the gameplay, to be honest, but... I don't know, I'm enjoying talking to you guys. There's a lot that's happened the past couple weeks, man. A lot. It was jam-packed, for sure. Dude, we got a lot of strafe runners, too. Can't deploy? Why can't you deploy my turret? Why not? Tell me why. Was it because there's a hose on the ground? Is that why? I need to switch to the S5 or something. This pistol is not... The SE44C is not doing it at these ranges. I've got to switch it. I think the S5... I think I can fine-tune my shots. I think I can. I know I can. Let me rephrase that. Ooh, ooh. Keep you guys healed up here. That's why I run battle command for the team, baby! For the team! Darn it. Give me my S5, dude. I'm getting killed by it. How? You can have a DL44? Just give me this dumb thing. Improved range. Give me this. Give me this. Why on earth are we allowed to have a DL44, a hero weapon? I mean, it better be nerfed than just the normal Han Solo. Okay, it is. How did he not die? How many headshots was that? How many headshots was that? Anyways, what were we talking about before I switched subjects? I wasn't done talking about what I was talking about. And I kind of lost my train of thought there. Alright, that's my teammate. Why is he marked? I'm a little confused by that.
He knows all the tricks of the First Order.
Ooh, ooh, hello. Okay, maybe the S5 is better. Hello. I'm gonna get it. Well, actually, we could be a hero. Let's be a hero. Who haven't we been? We haven't been Shriv. Let's go Shriv. What are his abilities? We got... I am not recording, darn it! G3! Why didn't you remind me? Sorry, y'all. Y'all have to give me a second. Bro, I need to be recording for the video here. Bro. Can't remember if I'm out of room on here. No. Out of room on one of my drives in the server. That's what it is. I should be fine on the computer. I should be fine. Alright. What are his abilities? We got the repulsor cannon, the CA-87 retrofill Jawa blaster. Alright, so short range shockwave, so up close, like a shotgun. Back to cocktail. Shift throws a modified back to grenade that quickly restores and boosts health. Meanwhile, enemies are damaged. Okay. Remote sabotage. Okay. Dead. Okay. Can this go through walls? No. So it's not like the thermal one. Oh wait, yeah it does. Okay. Just, there's a certain range on it. Did it mark it for my team? Maybe it works the same way as the thermal one for the specialist class. Why is G3 showing up late to these streams? Tell me about it, Steven. I'm speechless. I not only that, he messed up the transition after being late as well. Like, I don't get it. Let's see how much damage that does. No, I should have used that for my health. Dang, he doesn't have a lot of health, does he? I don't like this angle. I'm gonna get killed. Yikes, dude. Let's see how good that left ability is. Let's see. Okay. Alright, not horrible. Oh, it's okay. So it's basically a one-shot Vanguard. It better be more powerful than a Vanguard because that only gives me one shot. I think anytime an infantry has a better ability than the heroes is kind of dumb. It didn't even kill that dude. Wonder how much damage it does. It better not just be Vanguard. It felt like a Vanguard. Dude. Of course I'm getting shot from an E3, the Boba Fett weapon. Why do we have hero weapons for infantry? This is dumb. I don't mind actually if it's nerfed, which I think it is, but I could be wrong. It felt like the S5 was still more powerful than the DL44. Give me this puppy. Unless they nerf the S5 here. Do we do dual zoom? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's give it a chance. If you see my last message, I can look up. Let's see. I know it's not Star Wars, but have you seen the new He-Man movie? I have no idea what you're talking about. So, no. The He-Man movie. I really want to. I grew up on that show. I'm not even familiar with that at all. G3 Sentinel again? For real, dude. Like, normally, like, if he makes mistakes, he makes mistakes, but normally he's not late. He was straight up late today, and I don't appreciate that. I think that's his first time being late, too. Don't worry, we're going to have a talk about that. We are. We're going to have a talk about it. See, normally, if I talk trash, he'll try and get up and leave, and then he, like, you know, calls my bluff, and I'm like, no, stay, don't actually go, stay, you know, but he's staying seated, and he knows, he ain't going nowhere, and I don't have to beg him or nothing, because he knows he's in for it. I don't like this. I don't like the dual zoom. I don't like it one bit. I can't see anything. Get that, no, go back. Get that stupid attachment off. Get down to my S5, wherever it is. Get that off. I don't want ion shot. I want to deal the most amount of damage possible. Let's respawn default, and let's do this. Let's win this game. Sith Troopers are heroes? No, they're not. That's,
No surrender!
I know it. It's, it was like the captain of it. Of one of them. I know the name. I'm brain farting here, though.
Take this over. One of our agents just landed. Better than a dozen troops.
Dude, they are everywhere. I'm getting shot from all kinds of angles. He-Man Masters of the Universe? Yeah, no, I haven't even heard of that. The only one that I've heard... Actually, I don't know. I'd have to look at the movies again. Darn it! Can we push up, team? Like, geez Louise, why are we just sitting back? Like, come on, man. Why are we so far back here? Move up! Bunch of sissies. Why are the sissies on KYBER? We need to be the men. The men willing to push up, man. Oh. Come on, man! Dude, these guys suck. What's up, Sith Eternal? How's it going, man?
Hello there.
Hey, Greg, how are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Doing good. What's up, Joseph? Nice to see you,
Hello
man.
there.
How are you doing? How's your past couple of weeks? Y'all don't know Star Wars if you think Jar Jar is not a Sith Lord. Yeah, I couldn't answer that question. Don't worry, though. We are going to have a talk to G3. And we did get the DJ droid. Spent 4 hours trying to get that dumb thing, man. Although I'm getting to the point in that game where I think I'm starting to ease up on it and not go so hardcore because I don't like the direction they're taking it with the super rebirths, for example. I just don't find it worth it. I mean, I guess long term, after you kind of do it all, then it's kind of like, what's next? Okay, then you do the super rebirth. But I'm like, it's basically just starting you over. Like, yes, it just is. You're starting over. You're starting over. You know what I mean? And some people may say it's worth it in the long run, but man, boy, that's a lot. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time for little content like that. I'd rather them add on to the base and do more things like that. Like they did the whole new lounge room with some extra spaces in there. Like they should be adding stuff like that, in my opinion, and other content rather than just restarting. Because I know people are going to use the argument, well, yeah, but you get a greater multiplier. So what? If you could use that same logic with the normal rebirths as well. You're supposed to get a greater multiplier period when you do a normal rebirth. Not only that, who cares about the multiplier if you're restarting? Because pretend that you started, right? And it's some multiplier, or it's some set rate for the credits. And when you restart, it's just the same thing. It's just at a different rate. You know what I mean? Good, he hit it. Let's go. Are we playing objective this time around? I say yeah, let's do it. I'm not really the right class to be doing this, but I say who cares, baby. At least we're staying together as a team. I like this, and I've got a full squad here. Ooh. You know, it's kind of bothering me. What were we talking about before I switched the subject to, like, the gameplay? There was something we were talking about, and I wasn't done talking about, and it's kind of bothering me, because I had a lot to say. But I can't remember it. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to me. I don't even know if you guys remember. Dude, they're all on the other side. There's no droids over here. I mean, I guess it's a good thing because the objective keeps spawning over here. Let's go, baby. I've got your back. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. Not on my watch, though. Ooh, good hit. Good hit. We need to be hitting this. Darn it. I rolled back 10 years ago. Right when I saw him, I rolled back. Oh, man. Just wondering, as I just joined, are we doing any PlayStation Battlefront 2? No, not today. Today's going to be specifically mods trying to play all the heroes. Even though I'm not really focused. I should be focused, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of not. I should be. But what we got to do, we might actually win first phase here, which is kind of wild. That's a waste, whatever. Hopefully someone runs into it. What's my sensitivity at? Dude, I feel like I'm just going down so fast. I don't know what we do. Go to heavy, maybe? Switch it up. Hit it, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Wait, he just hit it again right now. Why did it end? Can you not stack? I think that shows you how long it's been since I've really tried to win first phase in here. I don't even know. I would think it would, but I guess not because I heard it go off. Shoot it, baby. We're gonna win first phase. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bro, that stat? Did they change how the vehicles work? Because if not, and that thing's jumping around like it normally is, those are some good shots. Talking about how bad G3 is? Nah, there was something else. There was something else. Bro. Dude, of course. Of course I get spawned right in front of Darth Maul, dude. On Naboo, too. Like, jeez Louise. You know what we did do? Before I lost one of my friends on the Revenge of the Sith, you know, I was able to do. I was able to keep him entertained before that and get into Dooku's character a little bit. We watched 2 episodes of Tales of the Jedi. The one with Dooku. The ones that you watch in between episodes 1 and 2. And I believe you liked it. Ooh, dude, I can't even get around the corner without dying. What? Oh my gosh, of course. It's the Westler 35. Yeah, that makes sense. Giving them Jango Fett's blaster. Everyone's using these hero weapons, man. These overpowered. I don't know. I'm not saying they're actually overpowered. We haven't given them a good try, but it feels like I'm going down like really fast. Too fast, really. Ooh. Want to play these mods so much? I mean, it is free. I just know, you just need a PC, which isn't free. But yeah, man, they are fun. I'm gonna see if there's a lot more too. We were only experimenting with this built-in one, the Battlefront Plus, but there's a lot more that we're gonna be diving into. Bro, how am I missing these? Launch it. Oh, he almost had it. Maul got him. Ah! Get him, baby, get him. Oh, he almost had it. There's a bunch of them over there. I didn't throw that far enough. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I can't cross yet. You know what? Screw it. For the objective! Darn it. Of course, there's a tank around the corner, bro. It's all right. We have enough for hero. Who have we not been? We wasted Shriv, but it be what it be. We have been Maz, right? I feel like I've been Maz on Takadana. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. I know we haven't. Who have we not been? I don't know. This is why I need to have a list. Bro, I actually don't know. We haven't been Cal. Or have we? I remember Baron Marin. I was on Scarif when I tried Marin. I remember her. She was kind of cool. We haven't been... guys, help me out here! Dude, Jar Jar? We do have the Gungan Warrior, but that's reinforcements. I want to try and... We have enough for a hero. We haven't been 9-nub. No shot we've been 9-nub. Who are the heroes? You need to die. Level 5. I mean 6. And...
They're closing in on the palace.
There's no one else. Who's the other hero? Is there only... Bro, there should be 2 heroes. Oh, it's 6 and 8. Okay, how did I not see that? Why can't we see each other's levels? I want to see each other's levels like we do in the vanilla. I think this one should have everything that the vanilla has and more. I know, you're probably thinking, Gray, why are you hero camping? Why are you in the menu? Listen, you got to understand the objective of the stream, okay? I need to play 9-nub. I have not been able to beat this guy. In fact, why don't we learn about his abilities while we're waiting, okay? We have a turret, okay. Pulse cannon, so same thing as Aiden. Okay. And a detonate. All right, detonate charge. Okay. Okay. Okay, kind of like that. So he's a mix between Han, an officer, and Aiden. Okay. And he has the DH-17. We'll see how powerful that is. It's because all are max levels. No, it's the ones, the new heroes that aren't in vanilla are max. Give me him. But if you look at the other heroes, they do have their own like leveling up system and stuff. It's separate from... Ooh. I wonder how much damage this does. The fire rate's kind of interesting. Ooh, it's different. Oh, that's... Okay, that's a lot different. You can only shoot it once. Okay, I did not know that. Bro, I don't like this. I'm making huge mistakes. I need to chill. I need to relax. Be near Ahsoka. Oh, my. Bro! I hate that spawn, dude. What the heck? That was horrible. That was horrible. Guys, that didn't happen. We're just gonna erase the last 5 minutes, okay? Just erase it from your heads. We weren't 9-nub, okay? We gotta give that one another go. Like, that's kind of dumb, bro. That Magna Guard came out of nowhere. That wasn't even a hero. That was a reinforcement. Comes in, bam, bam. Jeez Louise, dude. That sucked. What's up, Rex? We were Rex and Cody. If I remember right, one of them sucked. I think it was Cody. Which kind of stinks. I hate it when the reinforcements are more powerful than the heroes. That should not be. They need some balancing changes for sure. Which, I mean, they're doing. Which is good. We need to reply in the comment section and stuff. You start getting our voice out there a little bit more. I can't wait to see you playing with the Enforcer units. Yeah, that'll be the next thing. After we try out all the heroes and stuff, then we're going to focus on the reinforcements, and then we'll probably try all the different weapons and attachments, and little by little we'll try out. I mean, this is a huge mod. You know what I mean? It literally feels like a new game, or a huge DLC to Battlefront 2, if you will. So it's kind of like, little by little, we'll try out everything, and then after we try everything, we're going to start mastering it. And then we're going to get really good, and then we're going to be unbeatable, just like we are in vanilla. Plus, I need to warm up my aim here. I don't know what my sensitivity is, but it's fine. I just got to kind of warm up with it. Help me! Come on, man! How did I not get any hit markers right there, too? I only got 241 for heroic sacrifice. There had to have been some shots, man, that I got into right there. I was holding down that trigger. Get out of combat, sir. You're shooting at a wall. Bro. I should just spawn on him. Yeah. I got you. Grenade. Thermal detonator out. Oh, hello. A lot of them. Just walking in, eh? Gotta hit these shots, Gray. Come on. Bro. They're everywhere.
There is no emotion. They're single-minded.
Kill the Magna Guard. Oh, come on, bro. Gotta watch those wrist rockets. Dude. Battlefront 2 can't be canon. Cal Kestis during Clone Wars. This is multiplayer. Believe it or not, if you guys don't know, Battlefront 2 is actually canon with the campaign. Obviously not multiplayer. I mean, that's not how things work, but it is canon. Ooh, we got a headshot on the droidica like that. Got him too. I'm wiping you out, Spartan. You got to do a little better, man. Kill dude. That was Captain Phasma's blaster too. That's wild. I just wish this was playable on Xbox. Agreed, man. I wish this was on, obviously, console, PlayStation, and Xbox. Milestone completed. Let's go. I jumped like a Jedi right there. That was kind of cool. Oh, dude, I feel like I go down so fast. With the DC... That was a DC-15, bro. I mean, maybe I got shot by 2 of them, but I feel like I'm going down so fast. Like, more than usual. Maybe it's just because I haven't played in a minute, but... I don't know.
Plugged into the west door controls.
Well, to be fair, that was a yellow Magna Guard. So what? Who cares what? Purple Magna Guard, yellow Magna Guard. Okay. As someone who has played the purple one, they are good. In fact, I said when I first played them, keep in mind, first played them, I said they were OP. Because if I was doing that good my first time with them, imagine if I mastered them. I said it literally feels like a mini hero. Which I guess they're supposed to feel like. I don't care. I know you're thinking, Gray, you can't be 9-up again. You were just him. I don't care. I'm going him again. I don't care. They shouldn't spawn me like that. Yes, I played bad too, but I don't care. It's alright if I play bad here again. I won't duplicate another hero, but I gotta do something, man. There's another hero over here. I don't want to engage him by myself. I really don't know how to play this character. I saw Magna Guard, but that's not a hero. Why is he showing up on the map as a hero? What? Do they have a... No, I saw... Okay, I see the hero. Boom. Okay, that's not the right... Alright, Detonite Charge works differently. Is this what I threw down? That's the Detonite Charge? Oh, okay. It doesn't work the same. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Dude, this is so dumb! That's right! Darn it! Maybe I shouldn't have teabagged, but I don't care! It's what I knew I was dead anyways. Jeez Louise, bro. That makes me mad. Whatever. We got a kill. I hate that guy can just walk in front of everybody and kill me. What is my team doing? Yeah, now everybody's here. Where the heck was everyone? He walks straight in the center by himself without a team and beats up the hero. What in the world are we doing, team? This cannot just be me. That was a team issue. I'm just calling it right. I'm calling it how it is. Yes, it was a combination of a me issue and a team issue. We both get the blame. I'm not blaming myself just on me on that. That is ridiculous. Yeah, no, once I die, now my team shows up. They want me to die as a hero. I bet you they're menu camping. This guy took 9-nub. What a dumb hero. No, I want to beat Cal Kestis. I gotta make him die. Darn it! Bro, what are these angles? I thought I was behind the thing. I want to watch that replay. Hold up. Nah, no, I guess my shoulder was poking out a little bit. Darn it. Man, I stink. Just today. Actually, just for this game. I'm stepping up next game for real. I'm done talking about it. It's happening. It's happening, y'all. Next game, we're being MVP, period. Why does the S5 have a different, like, reticle? I don't get it, and I don't like it. Bro, I saw that too, but I was just dead no matter where I went. I think at almost every online match, yeah, man, it just depends. Sometimes you just get into, like, these crazy lobbies, and, dude. All fancy new guns, and you choose the TL50. Who cares? Y'all are just using the hero weapons. That's what I'm seeing. But yeah, it just takes practice a lot of the time, and obviously I'm not very practiced up in KYBER. I really don't know what more than half of these things do. Like, I thought 9-nub worked so differently. That pulse cannon, that first two, I mean, I learned from both of my deaths of 9-nub, I learned something each time, right? Actually I learned more than just one thing each time. I learned that the yellow magnet guard kind of hurts. And number 2, I also learned that the middle ability does not work like items. You only get one shot. It kind of reminds me of the shot that Mando has. That sort of ability. Dude, I should have meleeed him. Oh, and I would have won that! Bro, every time I see that gamer tag now, I'm just thinking of what Josh Hokit said. Oh my goodness. Bro, this dude. E3 selling today? Dude, for real. For real. Bro tried to teabag him, Magna Guard, and got slimed by a B2 battle droid LOL. And notice how it's happening every time. Every time that happens, notice how it's happening. You guys know what it is? A wrist rocket. In the original Battlefront, when they said that, they weren't joking. You really do got to watch those wrist rockets. And you know what? We still got 14th in objective. Not horrible for how we played. We got dark side. We got to really focus up. Get this S5 off. It doesn't feel the same as it does in vanilla. They definitely nerfed it. If they didn't nerf it, it feels like a nerf because they changed the reticle. I don't like that reticle. It feels weird. It feels weird. That's just my opinion. What's a good blaster? It's a lot of people using this one. Where's the stats? Oh, there we go. Okay, we see it. We have a burst mode. Ooh, I don't know. All 3 of those. Dude, we did not. Guys, next time we back out of a lobby, you guys have to remind me. Emotes. Emotes. Emotes.
They will attempt both sabotage and
KYBER Battlefront should add phase 2 stormtrooper armor. Y'all agree? I think more skins the better. That's what I think. You gotta watch those wrist rockets. You do, man. You just do. I don't really care for KYBER. I don't like all the options. Sometimes having too much limits your ability to fair play. I mean, it definitely... Bro. I got wiped out with the STW 48. I understand what you're saying, Gold Leader. And I think you have a point. Because the more things you do have, the harder it is to balance, for sure. But I think in a Battlefront game where you know some things are probably going to be unbalanced, and if it's a live service... Dude, that did, like... Maybe it's just good up close, because that did, like, no damage, bro. I gotta try this up close. Bro, get out of my way. This feels very weak. How did I get killed with this so fast? It said player damage, but I didn't get a hit marker, so maybe I'm doing more damage than I think? I don't know. Okay, that felt better. I think it's just an up-close weapon. Dude, all my teammates keep stepping in my way. Bro, see what I mean? Oh, of course it's Vanguard, bro.
The rebels have secured
Never mind.
their targets and are on the move.
I was like, if that was a weapon on the Vanguard, I would have been like, bro, there's no way. With like a few of my teammates right there too.
The rebels will attempt to sabotage our turbo lasers and the main weapon. Do not let this humiliation continue.
But yeah, it is very difficult to balance things the more you have. But at the same time, I think in a Battlefront game, you want all the options. You want everything in Star Wars to be in here. You know what I mean? You want the blaster options, you want the attachments, you want the star cards, you want the heroes, you want the reinforcements, you want the skins. Like, we want it all. So I think overall, I would prefer having more options with a little bit of an unbalanced experience. But that's the benefit of having a live service, is because they can take the feedback of the community and balance things out. It's harder, but it's doable. I mean, we've seen big games that are still balanced-ish. Like, every game has their share of issues, but overall, you can have an overall balanced game with lots of options. You know what I mean? And everyone's going to have their different, you know, play styles and who they prefer and things of that nature. So I prefer the KYBER experience. I prefer having the extra content. I prefer a balanced experience at the same time, but I think that's why it needs to be live service. If they don't have a lot of playtesting, which obviously they're limited on. But I think with how they're handling it is like the right way. I think they're going about it all right, to be honest. Because they do have it, like, when they do the patch notes and they publicize all the changes they're doing, like, they even have a comment section. When do you see that? You can go in and say, this was a crap change, man. Put it back. Which, by the way, they did. People were complaining that they got rid of the ping system. You know what I mean? And people are complaining, like, hey, bring it back. They might bring it back. We'll see. You know? I just know, personally, I have not played enough to really have a good grasp on what's not balanced, what are the changes that need to happen to be balanced. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing this series that I'm doing, so that way I can learn. So yeah, it's gonna feel very unbalanced at first, and you're gonna die like I'm dying like a lot right now. Obviously, it looks like I'm playing like crap, but that's because I don't have the knowledge aspect anymore. It literally does feel like a brand new game. You know, like I know elements of it from Battlefront 2, but they just dropped basically a huge DLC that's equivalent of like a new game, if you will. You could really argue that, to be honest, because it's on its own servers. It brought more heroes than the existing heroes. You know what I mean? And even the existing heroes, they did some balancing changes. Like, they changed Bosk. They've changed some of these heroes. So let's go Hux. We haven't been Husk yet. How does Husk play? We have a blast cannon. An E11 blast cannon, okay. That boosts nearby allies with disruption immunity, okay. Inferno blast. Power blasts, and then routing traders. Okay. Reveals enemies. Alright. Give them a chance. We'll give them a shot. Someone should run item with me. That way, no one's gonna... they won't be able to tell who's who. I mean, they will by the blaster, but it's kind of hard in the moment sometimes. But I guarantee you, once we learn everything, we're gonna be dominating these lobbies. Hey, I'm saying it now. Watch it happen. I'm already dead. What the heck? See, I don't know. I don't know why my team is so scared, to be honest. It feels like every team I'm getting into, they're just so afraid to push. I died by that. I mean, I get he's a reinforcement, but by the time I couldn't even get out my Vanguard in time.
Starting elimination.
Bro. And I'm spawning right on him! I'm going default. Dude, I'm so sick of just spawn dying. That must be the reinforcement dude that just said that in chat, huh? Talking to Maul like that. Did Maul kill him or something? Or I don't know. But I can guarantee you there needs to be balance changes. I mean, I already feel it, you know, on both ends. Like, some things I'll use as OP, some things I feel like are just kind of weak, but that's just the name of the game. Why is this green? Hello there. Ooh, where's my emotes? Yeah, you better run. You better run. You gotta fall back though, team. See, why are we all back there? You little sissy. All you guys are a bunch of sissies. That's why I die instantly. You guys need to push up, man. I know now we're falling back, but I mean when the objective's up there, man. Like, stay on the front lines. We should all be up in here. They're running so far back. Why? Hold your ground. Good. Yes. Let the hate flow through you. What's up, Noah? Nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I can't wait for them to add IG-88, I believe. Yeah, and it's funny because you're watching a bit of The Mandalorian. The show, right? And I was... And even in Empire, I mentioned it to him. Like, you see Din Djarin, you see IG-11, and it's like, literally, they ripped off Boba Fett and IG-88. Like, nothing original, man. And they think it is original, and then their Baby Yoda isn't even original. That's why it's called Baby Yoda, because it's not original. It's a baby version of Yoda. It's funny that they're... oh my gosh. It makes me want to talk about the Mandalorian and Grogu right now. Oh, okay. I gotta stay away for a second. Let me get composed, because I'm about ready to go off. Dude. Oh my gosh. I will say this. I can't wait for the Mandalorian and Grogu to come back on Disney Plus, so that way I can make a detailed video breaking it down. I gotta be honest, time-wise, we're not doing so hot with the rate we're being these heroes. But I think a big issue... That's right. That's for kill me 20 times. If you're a different guy, then I'm sorry. I would just emote, but I don't have any emotes, unfortunately. I'm sorry, dude. So you just had to accept the teabag. You were the chosen one! He said he would destroy the Sith, not join them! Oh my. Alright, maybe it went a little too far with the teabag there. But he did kill me lots of times. And if it's the same guy. If not, then whatever. But I'm sure he'll get me back. He's killed me way more times than I've killed him, so. Alright. Wait, how do you get GeForce credits? Just by watching, man. And just by talking in chat like you're doing, you're acquiring GeForce credits. Sometimes we'll do bets, and there's different mini games and stuff. that you guys can do and all that. Ooh. You know what? We've tried Husk. We died instantly. Husk. I said Husk, didn't I? We've tried Hask. Captain Cardinal, let's go. What are the abilities here? Increased damage on the left one. Immune to crowd control abilities. Increased. Okay. See how this rolls. I can't see. I'm just shooting. Yes, we got him!
Show no mercy.
That's right! Show no mercy, baby! Show no mercy! Get Luke! Get away from me. You're gonna pay if I die. Yep, that's right. That's what you get. Come on. No, they're gonna kill me! Protect your leader! Protect your captain! No! An Ewok! You've gotta be kidding me! That's how he won! That's what you get! That's right! You should have played the objective, not trying to go after me! Losers! Losers! Yes!
Hey, I like that! Oh, I like that, Johnny! I'm gonna use that!
Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'll take it. I like the blaster right there. Killed like 3 sabers as boss. Love it. Alright, 8th overall. Okay. I do like being able to re-level up in KYBER and all that. I just know that there's some bugginess with the stats, so I hope they get that cranked out, which I'm sure they will. And I would love it once the EA stuff becomes available alongside
You
it as well.
underestimate my power!
That's right, baby. That BB thought he had me, too. We've been Shriv. That was on Starkiller. I think we were Maz on Takudana. Bro, I got it. I know I recapped it at the end of part 1. I said, these were the heroes that we've done. These are the heroes we've got left. I need to go back to that segment and figure that out. Have we been Hunter? I feel like no. I feel like I would have remembered him having 4 abilities. Ooh, Geonosis. Let's go. Did they update any normal reinforcements like the clone jet trooper? Honestly, I am not sure, AC Daily. I'd have to check that out. I don't think I've used the jet trooper yet in KYBER. There's still a lot. In fact, most of the stuff we still haven't tried, so we're still trying to, you know, expand our knowledge and try new things and see what they've changed, but not to my knowledge. But hello there, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm broke. It's right, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. Anyone have any spare credits?
Control, control. You must be on control.
You got it, Steven. Let's get it. Yeah, this is much better up close. At range, this weapon kind of stinks. Which is kind of funny because I feel like it should have some range to it, but I understand for balancing reasons, you know what I mean? But in the actual like Star Wars universe, this is one of the more powerful blasters you can even get, man. This is a powerful blaster. Don't you stop! I've got you, sir! I'm kind of, you know, I kind of want to blind myself. Okay, so it's not as powerful as it is in the vanilla. Okay. I've got this! Did someone already hop in it? Someone already hopped in. Alright, well. Time to call for reinforcements, boys! Ooh, 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 there he is. Flash him. They're all in front! Come on! Help me fire! Lay down fire, man. Why am I the only one shooting? The heroes are a bit harder to play than the enforcer units. Yeah, that's the vibe I was kind of getting from it too. maybe that's why I think the Magna Guard's so good, is because he's just easier to use. Maybe it's like once I start mastering these heroes, then it's gonna feel like they're way more powerful. You just gotta learn how to use them. Because I know with this sort of feel to what KYBER has, it has a big learning curve, which I'm all for, you know, which I understand that turns a lot of people off, having such a big learning curve, but I think overall that's better for the, you know, the game's life cycle. You know what I mean? Because if people really want to play and learn it, then there's so much content. Which is what you want in a game, you know? Let's go, baby. Yeah, this thing stinks at range. You have to be really close. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a lot better weapons, to be honest. Darn it. I feel like we sniped these guys on the hill because they're just kind of watching over. There's a perfect position, too. Turn around, bro. Turn around. Right. Never mind. I thought he was at a different spot. They have a good flank. Hello there. Bro, did that just not take any damage? The recoil on this is kind of dumb. Jeez. But I get it, because this is the one-shot one, right? I'm fine with the recoil if this is the one-shot one. We'll find out, won't we? Bro, who is shooting me? The flinch, though. What is this, Call of Duty? Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go with Hunter, right?
No time to spare.
Or you know, it's Geonosis. Let's go Padme. They haven't been Padme yet, right? R2-D2. Upgrade the ELG-3A's power level and resets its heat. Retrigger action. Recall R2-D2. You'll instantly be ready to play again. Ooh, you can capture point speed? Oh, so that's like the benefit of like the passive ability of BB-8. So Padme can do that with R2. That's actually kind of cool. So let's see if we can actually get this done with R2. I mean, we don't have to necessarily capture this, but I mean, we do, but it's a button, not a... Ooh, I love the sound of her blasters.
Roll up your sleeves, boys.
That's kind of cool.
We'll have to work for it.
Dude, why are they spawning over here? I'm a little confused. Oh, wait. The species of droids. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Do I just have to press it once or twice? I'm recalling. Oh. Okay, I can blow it up. Okay, so he can actually move. I didn't know he could move. I thought he would just teleport. I don't know why I thought that, but... Okay, so he does move pretty slowly there. I'm not beating no TL50. Especially when I'm stunned. Get him, Dinjarin! Yeah! The Darksaber, that's kind of sick. Oh, snap. She just beat him up. Dude! How am I supposed to do anything? I'm getting airstrike by Thrawn! Oh my... And stunned by Iden, dude. And we lost. Bro, they held us off pretty good.
There were just too many of them. I'm sorry, gents. There's nothing to stop the Separatists from firing the droid factories back up.
Double the price, double the meal. Gray loves McDonald's. Why y'all... Wait, how did this come up? Why are y'all spreading lies? How dare y'all? Oh, unlimited credits. Oh, my. Oh, unlimited discounts. What's happening? Oh, what's happening? All right, how was the Mando movie? Tell me now. All right, is it time? I think it's time. Okay. Let's back out. We need to equip emotes, so I'll talk about it as we equip emotes, so that way we don't... What do you mean something went wrong? What? That was weird. Okay. What would you... Where should I start? Where should we start? Okay. Do we start off with the rating out of 10? Do we start off like that, or do we end it off like that? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Does he have any... He doesn't have any emotes? What is this? They need to add emotes to these new characters. They must. Alright, let's go to the cantina. Let me pull up your guys' thoughts here so that way you guys can see in the cantina. We can grab a drink. Sure, out of 10 right now? Alright. Hold on, I want to pull up the post. Give me about 30 seconds here, and then we're going to get right into it. It's going to be interesting. Oh! Bro, what? There we go. That's what I wanted. YouTube. Full screen. The Gray Jedi. Actually, there it is right there. Posts. And then let's make it where you guys can see. Actually, let's go over here. Balance.
An acceleration!
All right. Let's make it where you guys can actually see. All right, so I made a little post asking what do y'all think, man? All right, let's start off with what you guys think. You guys can also let me know in live chat, all right? But these are the people that responded to my post, so I'm going to give them a little special attention here. Sith Eternal says it was quite a good movie, but it was a bit random that he was working for the New Republic. Don't worry, we'll be talking about that very soon. Okay. Steep Kilowatt said it was very good. Colby Custer said it was not bad, but had good action, but could be some more episodes, though. And we have Carl. Actually, sorry, not Carl. Hotshot Gamer. He said, the old take care of the young take care of the old. This is the way. So obviously, he's quoting one of the lines that Din Djarin says in the movie. G. Relson says it was dog water. All right. I'm sure I'll have a hot take. Here we go. Out of 10, I give The Mandalorian and Grogu a solid 4 out of 10. Ouch! Ouch! Oh! Yeah, I said it. I'm sticking to my guns. Keep in mind, I've only seen it once, but that is my rating. And let me get into why. Actually, before I do that, let me start off with what my friends thought about it, because this is the craziest part of it all, in my opinion. Let me start off with the person that was actually invested in like Star Wars, right? So they watched episodes 1 through 6. They loved 1 through 6. They loved all of them. They gave me their ratings. I was asking their ratings constantly after each movie, like, all right, where would you put this one in the rating now? You know what I mean? And I asked them again after seeing this movie. Well, the person who liked 1 through 6 loved the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Loved it so much that it went up to their number 1 spot and beat all of the original 6. Okay, I'm glad you like it. There's a part of me that's hurting, but there's a part of me that's kind of happy for you. Don't know how that's possible. Here's what my other friends say about it. All of my friends, except for one of them, said that it was good. They all liked it. There was another 3 that put it as their 3rd favorite out of all of them. Keep in mind, these guys have not seen Clone Wars and have only seen 1 through 6, but there's that. All right. Now let's get into what I think about it. Where to begin? G-Rel says 1 out of 10. Gold Leader says 3 out of 10. I have so much credits, I have not used it ever since. All right, here's the deal. Halfway in, I think it was halfway. It was at a certain point where I was like, okay, this isn't bad, but it's not really good either. I was kind of like leaning maybe a 5 out of 10 or so, something like that. In the second half, I'm using the word half. I don't know if it was directly halfway. I don't know. But then as the film was going on, it was just losing me more and more, and I was seeing more stupid and bad stuff, and I was just like, yeah, nah, I got it. I think if I had to say it, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? You got the 1 to 2, which is like, it's horrible. It wasn't horrible, right? But it definitely wasn't good. I don't even think it makes mid. It was like, because 5 out of 10 I consider mid, right? Like, that's kind of like an movie. It was like, the first half, I was like, it was mid. Like, it was You know what I mean? It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was just kind of mid, and then it was like, okay, now it's starting to get bad. So that's why I gave it a 4. I think you could argue maybe it be a 3, but I'm trying to be nice. I've only seen it once. I'm gonna give it a 4. All right. Also, yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 10. I'll tell you why I think some of the things were, quote, bad. Now, you can argue some of these can be nitpicks, sure. Maybe you can find reasonings for some of these, sure. But some of it I just thought was just like, I find it kind of hard to believe. And I think Sith Eternal hit right on one of the notes. So let's start there. Because it starts off the movie with him basically doing jobs for the New Republic. I was a little thrown off by that. So once again, they have the little, not opening crawl, but the text or whatever. And he's there with the New Republic and he's taking jobs. And I'm just like, why? Why? That was my first thought. I'm just like, this is kind of confusing. Like, I can understand why he's doing jobs for the New Republic, but solely for the New Republic, that's a bit weird. Like, I can definitely see him even doing a lot of New Republic jobs because that's just the existing force in the galaxy right now. They're forming the New Republic, so you kind of want to be on good terms with them. It's probably consistent credits for him. He's doing all right. You know what I mean? But at the same time, is that going to be a new common thing with the New Republic? Are they just like this? Because I know this did stem from the Rebellion, and I know that the Rebellion's all for anything to beat the Empire. But now that it's forming into a New Republic, are they still cool with just, hiring a bunch of bounty hunters and the bounty hunters crossing them when the money gets higher? Like, they got to know these guys are mercenaries. I mean, even the Rebellion had some sort of issue with mercenaries to a certain extent. I'm not going to get super deep into that. Like, I give the Rebellion a lot of leeway because they'll take what they can get. So that's fine if the New Republic's operating that way. But I'll get more into that later down towards the end of the movie because I thought that was kind of dumb. But I don't have a problem with him working for the New Republic. Once again, let me be clear. What I have a problem for is that he's only working for the New Republic. Like, what changed? Because this guy was a bounty hunter and he was doing jobs. He didn't care what the job was. That was the whole premise in the show. He's just like, I need the credits, I need this, I need that. I understand he's changed a bit since Grogu, but it's a little weird to me that he's only doing jobs for the New Republic and he's purposely rejecting jobs outside of the New Republic. That to me seems weird because he doesn't care about the New Republic. He's not really into that. I'm like, if you're just wanting to make a living and do things for the New Republic, just join the New Republic. What's the point of being a bounty hunter? So that he has a kid? Well, then that's exactly my point. Them just join the New Republic. That seems a bit weird that... Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I understand the whole kid aspect, but I don't understand why that's only limited to the New Republic. Like, you could still decline jobs. Like, I understand not maybe wanting to work for the twins and stuff, which we'll get further into, right? He rejects that offer. Fine with that. Understandable, right? Especially when he knows their reputation and he knows they're going to double cross him and things like that. But exclusively New Republic just seems a bit weird as a bounty hunter, even if he does have a kid. Because guess what he was doing in the show? He was doing different bounties that weren't with the New Republic, even with the kid. Doing even more dangerous stuff than the stuff in the movie. So, I don't know if I buy that argument. It's like I said, some you can argue is a nitpick. It's not like necessarily lore breaking that they went that way. I just thought it was weird. Now, I'm going to get... the problems that I have I don't know if you would consider them lore breaking, but they don't make sense. So that's kind of where I'm going to be going with the bad stuff. I wouldn't consider that a bad thing. I'd consider that maybe a nitpick, but that's just what my mind went to. I just thought it was weird. It felt a little out of character, but that's just me. Because if that's true, why is he helping Boba Fett in the Boba Fett show? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? It's just like, okay, what made him change? It's like, okay, because it's not the kid, because he had the kid doing that stuff. So I don't know. And the kid, yeah. Another thing that I thought was weird too is, okay, hold on. My thoughts are kind of all over the place. Let me kind of make it flow. So I mentioned what that one friend thought about it. That put it in their number 1 spot. Loved it. You know what else she said? She said that it almost made her cry. That movie. By the way, spoilers. I should have started by saying that there is spoilers here. Just letting you guys know. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you should probably leave right now. But she said that she was, she felt very emotional. And I was like, I came out of the theater and I'm just like, why? Like, what made you feel that way? And, she thought the Mandalorian was going to die. Right? Which I guess shows you the different mindsets. The casual audience versus the hardcore, right? I know very well that Disney will not kill their cash cow. I know they refuse to kill Din Djarin, and they will refuse to kill Grogu. We will never see it on screen because that's the only way they can make money. We will never see it. I had no doubt at all that I didn't even think that they were. Honestly, I had no emotion through it in the sense of like, that anybody was gonna die and anybody was in real danger because I just knew they would get out of it. So maybe that was a me thing. I don't know. Did you guys feel any emotion? He's not going to die with all of his Beskar. Well, he's referring to like she was referring to like the poison from the dragon snake, which, like I said, I just knew he wasn't gonna die. It's just weird, But I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, people are actually thinking he's gonna die, so maybe that adds some weight. But I think that also shows when I went into it, and while I was watching it, I didn't feel any of that. Like, I just didn't think they were in danger or anything like that. I didn't feel the stakes, And which leads me to my next thing. The pacing of that movie sucked so bad. I thought it was actually like, that was a big reason why it was just bad. I think I would have rated it higher if we watched the same thing, but it was in the show. I think I would have just given it a higher rating because that's how the pacing is, right? Because you guys know when you guys watch a show versus a movie, the pacing's different. You know what I mean? It literally felt like I watched 6 out of the 8 episodes of a whole season back to back to back to back to back. Like, it did not feel like a movie at all. It felt like they didn't take the movie seriously, and it being a feature film, it literally just felt like they said, let's just make another season that was 6 episodes instead of 8, and then let's just cram it all together. Like, it literally felt like I was watching an exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, conclusion. Oh, let's do it again. Exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, conclusion. I watched that same thing over and over again. He does the job, he starts a new one. Like, yes, it still connects because the guy had double-crossed him or whatever else, but it's like, it felt like I watched like 5 climaxes. Like, what are we doing here? This is a film. You can, if you want that to be the story, that's fine and dandy, but pace it like a movie. I felt like there was no stakes, no emotion because of that. It felt very much like the show, that's why I gave it I docked it a point for that, because I'm like, that's kind of, it just threw me off. And that's what you don't want in the theaters. You want them to be invested into the film. You know what I mean? When you're watching it. You don't want anything to throw them out into like the real world and them think about it in that way. You want them to be engrossed into the lore, into the film that you're creating. You're right alongside Din Djarin and Grogu and you feel for them. You know what I mean? That's when you have the audience captured. I didn't feel that at all. In fact, there was a few parts where I was like, I say dozing off, not actually dozing off, but like it was so boring that I was just like I'm just looking around. I'm like, bro, what? People were actually enjoying this? Oh, which reminds me, speaking of people enjoying it, bro, the theater that I was into, who the frick are these people? I understand everybody has different tastes, but it was kind of weird. Like, you guys know, I predicted this, that they were going to show Grogu eating every 10 seconds. And like, I started to have a counter of how many times he was eating. I actually lost count. In the film how many times he was eating, where they had a scene of him just eating or trying to get food or some stupid piece of junk like that, because apparently this guy just likes to eat and do nothing but that. This 50-year-old freaking baby. But anyways, I digress. The points where they were like showing Grogu, like the cute moments, that I put air quotes around it, the cute moments, right? Where they're trying to be funny and trying to show him as being cute. I kid you not, I heard like a 35 to 40-year-old grown man laugh his like butt off every one of those moments. And I like, but it seemed genuine. Like, it didn't seem forced. You know what I mean? And I was just like, he really thinks this is funny? This is what? Like, what world am I living in, bro? It was very distracting. It was very distracting. Like, it wasn't distracting that he laughed. It was just distracting that he laughed at those parts. Because I'm like, the kids aren't even laughing. Like, what are we doing? But like, I had kids with me.
You underestimate my power.
Yeah, like I had kids with me and they weren't laughing at it. Oh my gosh. And then them adding the species of Babu Frick, trying to like make it extra cute, and oh my gosh. They sacrifice their intelligence for cuteness scenes. And I find that to be really dumb, especially with a duo that can supposedly do all these things that they did in the movie, which I'm going to get to because I had some problems with. All right, so let me think at the beginning part. Okay. Obviously, a lot of cameos and all that. I was very impressed with how they handled Embo all the way up until he fought Din Djarin. I was so happy that they didn't ruin that character. I was like, okay, Embo's actually kind of cool. I feel like they nailed him pretty darn good. You know, he's working for the Hutts. It makes sense. Like, everything's just tracking to what we know about him. Everything works well until he gets his butt beat by Din Djarin. I have an issue with that. That's stupid. If they got in a fight, no shot Embo loses, especially on his turf. Maybe in a different circumstance, Din Djarin can win, but no shot in that circumstance does he lose to Embo. Sorry, does Embo lose to Din Djarin? You know what I mean? Everything was fine with Embo up to that point. I did not like that. I digress. Anyways, let's go talk about Rata. So, what did I think? You know, as the character with Rata, I love what they did, bringing in the legend stuff and showing how much of a warrior, warriors that the Hutts can be, because there's a reason why they're in that position, and they did add a little bit of lore to that. I say add, it's not like it's original. I mean, it was there existing, but they brought it to life on the big screen in a good way, so I give them points for that. I thought that was good. Although, one thing I didn't like was how much Rata was referring to himself as a man. That, like, it didn't bother me at first, but then he kept saying it, and then kept saying it, and then kept saying it, and then kept saying it. I'm like, I think it just would have not bothered me as much if he used the word Hutt rather than man. He just kept saying, I'm no longer a boy, I'm my own man, I'm not like my dad, I'm my own man. He would just keep repeating that same thing and use the word man. And I'm like, you're not a man, bro. You're a Hutt. Like, you can be your own Hutt. That's fine. You know, but I don't know. I had no problem with them speaking English. That's part of it. We've seen Hutts speak English before, but it did throw me out a little bit when he was saying man, because it kind of, maybe it was the man with the English. I think that was it, because like I said, no problem with them speaking English. We've seen this happen before. Like, this isn't anything new, you know, but it just felt like there was a man voicing him, if that makes sense, which obviously that's the case for everything, right? All the aliens and things like that. But I don't know. Like I said, it didn't bother me at first until he just kept saying it, and then it was kind of like, okay, that I prefer him saying Hut. I don't know. That was a nitpick, but that was something that went through my mind that pulled me out of it again. So there's that. Din was bothering him. I don't think that has anything to do with him calling himself a man, though. I mean, I get what he was saying, and I'm all for it. But I just would have preferred the word Hut. I think that would have made me feel a little bit better. At least get me more immersed. It started to pull me out a little bit when he kept doing that. I was just like, but you're not a man. Why are you referring to yourself as a man? I don't know. I just thought it was a little weird. Like I said, it didn't bother me the first couple times, but it was only when he kept saying it, kept saying it. But even his accent's better. I wanted to punch him through the screen. He was supposed to be the chosen one, Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any high hopes for it, obviously. Let me put it this way. The film was exactly what I thought it was going to be. So I wasn't surprised. I wasn't let down in any way. I think, you know, my hopes weren't... I wasn't expecting anything. I was expecting what we got. So, I wouldn't say I was disappointed or anything. I still had fun being with my friends, and I'm glad they enjoyed it at least. But yeah, let's get into some of the things that I started to thought was weird. The first half of the film, I was like, why isn't Grogu using the Force? Like, he hasn't used it once. I'm like, there's so many times where he's maybe could have, you know, came in clutch. I thought maybe when they were all inside that little warrior, what do you call it? Where they're all fighting in the little... Oh, jeez, I'm losing the word. They're all in that circle. They're all in that pit, and they're all fighting and all that, right? All the creatures. And Grogu's, in the bird cage that literally is... Grogu could literally just get out of. But whatever. I'm not gonna get into that, I guess. It's kind of weird. I don't know why he didn't just try and get out and help. Or stay in there and use the Force. He didn't use the Force, the entire first half of the film. And then, what do you know? The whole second half of the film, he not only uses the Force, but uses it in, once again, the ways we've already seen him use, which I consider OP for his abilities, obviously. And that also just threw me off, and that's a lot of the lore-breaking stuff. Now, I say lore-breaking, I'm going to say lore-breaking for the Force-type stuff that he was using, because... the power levels that they give Grogu doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense in the show. It doesn't make sense in the movie. And they stayed true to what they were doing in the show, which I had a problem with anyways to begin with. Where it was showing Grogu, being this weak baby, not being able to do this and that. And then... Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta pause it for 1 second, and then we're gonna come back and continue. Alright? Give me about 5 minutes or so, okay?
Patience! Soon you will be...
Come here, you. Come here, you. Come here. Where do you think you're going? Look, you looking for that stun? Too late. Bro, how is that item player not dead? You're next. Why'd you go away from your droid? Trying to help out your little partner here? Well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what, Dooku? You too. You too. You too, I said! Let's go, baby! You're next! You think you can respawn? Nope! Nope! You too, Dooku, I'm coming back for you! You hear me? I said I'm coming. Oh, I'll take you, Kylo. You trying to help? I'll help you out, Finn. I'm sweet spamming, and I'm missing. I should probably stop, huh? But I'm doing so good at it. I'm being so good at it. Ooh, ooh. Get some. You think you can respawn on me too? You're next, Kylo. You're next. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky, baby. Oh, you're not that lucky. Someone wants to.
Door. So I need to go guard the right side.
Hey. Trying to use our own knowledge against us. What's up, Obi?
Actually, we're on your left side, I'll have you know. You're looking at the wrong side.
Oh. Why'd you tell him that?
Because I want him to kill us.
I can tell where you guys are.
But we need the bush. Ooh, that was a good save, bro. Keep on pushing. Hey, what's up, Sith Trooper? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah. What's up? Oh, Han's over here. How you like that push? You like that push? I'm out of stamina. Shoot. Dang it! I was stuck on the jump chair.
Got choked.
Oh. Easy.
Come on, Yoda, help him out. He's struggling. Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. In here. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it, buddy. Almost. Almost. All right. You're mine, Chewie. You're mine. Your opinion sucks is just subscribed. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hope you enjoy the content, man. What? What? What was my health at? Vader's hurting, man. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, that's a bit sus. Is somebody here? Who is in here? What is that? Oh, it's BB-8. He's underneath, I guess. Boom. Get dead. Wait, I didn't sabotage that, or oh, BB-8 must have got to it. Dude, who is in here? That is. There's somebody in here, guys. How are they in here? Can I force choke this guy? Somebody's here. Hey, is that cheating? Get this guy. Someone get some splash damage stuff. Hey, someone get a supercharged sentry and tear this guy up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Someone get... There we go. There we go. Burn him up. Burn him up. Beautiful. There we go. Oh, he's still in here. He's still in here. What the heck, bro? What's going on? Dude, it's like... You tell me. You tell me!
What? It's shooting me. I'm trying to get over to D and literally...
Stupid turret way over there. Are you serious, bro? Oh, my bad. It was the lock on. Where's my stupid shield, man? Unbelievable, man. I can't even... I'll let you sweat. You want to sweat? I did. Ah! Fix your terrain! Fix your terrain! Fix it! Yeah, been here all freaking game. Let's see what you got. Get back in it. Get back in it. Turret down. ATSE down. What's your next? So we're back, and once I finish eating here, then I'll get back into the game and continue talking about it. So where were we when I left off here? The arena, yeah, it was kind of stupid. So yeah, so that's where we left off. That's right. So Grogu didn't help at all, which is fine, whatever. Because we saw how flimsy that thing was, because literally it fell down, or Din Djarin got it or whatever, and literally opened it up with his hands. It literally looked like it was plastic. But anyways, other than that, him using his force, obviously used force healing again, which I obviously have a problem with, because they never stay consistent with his power. It's always like, oh, he's not powerful enough to do this, or he's super powerful and he can like literally use force connect with rancors, and you know, obviously we see him use it again in the movie with different creatures and stuff like that, but yet he didn't try it in the arena. Just little things like that. And then they try to make it funny with him using the force as a baby. Like that whole scene where he's lifting up Din Djarin after he got bit by the dragon snake, and he made that little thing for him, and he's like, oh, it's so cute, look, he's trying to take care of him. And that's where he gets that quote of like, that's where Hotshot gets the quote of the old take care of the young take care of the old, this is the way. They have that dumb quote there because he took care of Din Djarin and was able to heal him and save him through force healing, and then getting that antidote on Nal Hutta. So far, the only lore thing that I mainly had an issue with that I thought was bad was Grogu's force powers, but that's not exclusive to the movie. That's also with the show. So, let's move on to the next lore-breaking thing. The scale of Nal Hutta, or how they managed the huts on Nal Hutta, was so bad, in my opinion. I thought it was so bad. That was the biggest thing I hated about it. Like, lore-wise. Because, think about what actually happens. Actually, hold on. There's something that happened before that, actually. We're going to come back to that, because that's important, and it leads straight into the end of the movie. Before that, notice that Din Djarin does the job his way with the bounty, which is literally what he's not supposed to do as a bounty hunter. I get why he did it, and that's fine. I think it makes sense, but I think that's the exact reason why he shouldn't be doing just jobs for the New Republic and doing things his way. Because the whole point of the profession of bounty hunting is to do it the way the client wants. Like, did he get the end result done? Yeah. But I didn't like how they went about it, because how did that all happen is because he trusted Rada, which I would have actually been fine if he just decided to trust Rada, because what he was saying actually made sense, but that wasn't why he did it. They used what I consider one of the dumbest lines in the movie, and when they said it, I was just like, that is so stupid. Really? They had Din Djarin fall for that bullcrap? I don't know if you guys remember it. It was when Din Djarin was taking Rada to the twins in the ship, and do you guys remember what Rada said to try and prevent him from going? He reasoned with him, and then he wasn't sold on it. And then do you know... and then he basically said, like, why should I trust you? And then he said something. Do you guys remember what Rada said? I'm just curious if anybody remembers. Anyone remember? It's so stupid, dude. I'll never forget it. No? Yeah, that's how dumb it is. Okay? This is what he says. You're a bounty hunter. You know when someone's lying. When they said that, I was like, what the frick are we watching, bro? What do you mean? He knows when you're lying. Bro, if that were true, like, if they know when everybody's freaking lying, why would they even... It's so dumb. You wouldn't even... Oh my gosh, it's so stupid. Do I even have to explain it? I don't know. What, do I have to even explain that, or does that just... Do you guys get it? Oh yeah, I remember that. Dude, I thought that was so stupid. I'm like, oh, that's the thing that convinces you, Din Djarin? That's the thing that convinces you? Also, by the way, another thing that, and you can consider this a nitpick, I don't care. I hate that they keep calling him Mando when they know his name. That's freaking weird. It's really, really, yeah, he's not a flipping Jedi, exactly. It's just weird that they also call him Mando. I have no problem with them calling him Mando when they don't know his name. It's not like he's going around saying, I'm Din Djarin, I'm Din Djarin. That's fine, you know, because that's what they generally will call any of the Mandalorians. Mando's just short for Mandalorian, so they don't have to say the whole Mandalorian thing. Fine with that. What I do have a problem with is, like, for example, the twins, they know who he is. They're saying, they say his name, Din Djarin, and then what do they keep saying after that? Mando, Mando. Why don't they just call him Din Djarin? That's like calling Boba Mando. Mando. No, his name's Boba. Everyone calls him Boba or Fett or Boba Fett. They don't keep calling him Mando unless they don't know him. Like, it's just weird, bro. It's like someone calling me human. What's up, human? When they know my name. You know, instead of saying, hey, Gray, they're saying, hey, human. You know, I'm not going to say, hey, Sith. I'm going to say, hey, human. Right? I'm not going to call you by your name. Hey, human. It's weird, bro. It's really weird. Or if you don't, it's like, oh, it's not actually because he is a human, Gray, and they're not calling him human. If you want to use that sort of thinking, then fine. That's like me saying, like, identifying you as your religion. It's like, hey, Christian. Hey, Christian. Hey, Muslim. Hey, Muslim. Not referring to them as their name. That's just weird to me, dude. That threw me off. Because they do that. They did that in a show. Like I said, not just a movie problem. It's a show and a movie problem. But it's a problem. I don't like it. Another thing that throws me out. It's kind of weird. Really weird. So, I wanted to bring that up. Because then we get into the nitty-gritty of the lore things that I have a problem with. So I mentioned the scale of Nal Hutta. I don't mean the actual scale of the world. I actually think the way they made it look like Nal Hutta, and I think they did really good with that. What I mean by the scale is there is a reason why the Hutts are at the top, and there's a reason why they are in the Outer Rim and these big places like the Republic and the Separatists don't typically get a hold of them, and if they do, they send their top dogs. And even then, they got to put up a fight, right? And we even see this in the Clone Wars with Darth Maul, right? When he's no longer like a part of the Sith, no longer a part of, that whole war necessarily, and he's trying to, put together the Shadow Collective and all that. And he goes to the Hutts and does that whole thing, right? You're telling me I can only find Jabba at Jabba's palace and then kills the dude, right? Like that sort of thing. Like, I want you guys to think about the order of how that happened in the show. The Hutts were the very last ones that Maul tried to have or force them to join. Before that, he did the Mandalorians first, also known as the Maldalorians. And then he went to Black Sun, and then the Pikes. So he's building his criminal empire before the Hutts. And then guess what he does? He knows the Hutts won't join him. So he's going to force them to join because of his crazy army. So he brings his crazy army. And what do you see? His crazy army, they end up winning, which is why the Hutts end up joining him. But think about how much of a fight they had to put up with Darth Maul himself, Savage Opress, the Maldalorians united under Death Watch with the Darksaber, the Black Sun, the Pikes, all together, still had to put up a fight against the bounty hunters that they had in Nal Hutta. I understand they had Embo, great. Where's all the bounty hunters? Where is all the guards? Where is everybody? Dude, they walked into Nal Hutta, and there's stinking no one there. It's just the dumb two twins that are doing nothing. Yes, they had some droids. Okay, I get that, which I'm fine with. That's all great and dandy. But they did. When have they only had droids? When have they? No, they always had tons of bounty hunters. These guys are locked down. If it was that easy to go in and wipe out the Hutts, why wouldn't have anybody done it up to this point? The whole point of it is that it's not easy. It's hard. There's a reason why the Hutts are up there. Yes, they've fallen since episode 6. That's fine. But they're not falling that low where a baby and Amanda who's unarmed is walking in and destroying all these guys. Okay? That, to me, is lore-breaking kind of beyond belief there. Because it's very confusing that could even happen. Because you're telling me Embo's their only guard other than the droids? That doesn't even make sense, dude. It doesn't make sense. That thing would be so packed with guards. Don't even get me started. I did not like it. At all. I didn't like how they handled that. The fact that Din Djarin could just walk in there and take over the Hutts. Nah. Screw that. And then what's more than that? Yeah, because they're pretty much impossible to kill. Well, it's not that they're such impossible to kill. It's supposed to be hard, yes. But it's more so of the consequences that they would get if they did try and go up against the Hutts. Right? So that's why Jabba laughs in the Clone Wars. Darth Maul basically threatens them. And he laughs. They all start laughing. All the Hutts start laughing in Darth Maul's face. They actually laugh. You know why? Because it's such a ridiculous thought, because it is that difficult to do. And there's going to be such consequences if you even kill one Hutt, let alone two, right? So I didn't like how Din Djarin and Grogu were just able to walk in and do that. That's number one. The scale of all that was off. I understand it's a different point in the timeline, but if it was that easy, why hasn't anyone else done it up to this point? Why can't Rada do it? That don't even make sense. You know what I mean? You're telling me, yeah, it's just really weird. And then, another thing that's kind of weird is how many times, so when Din Djarin was there by himself and Grogu was trying to save the day with the other, quote, cuties, the Babu Fricks, if you will, and they came in or whatever, right? Think about how many times, they contradicted themselves in their own movie. The first time they came for the job, what did Din Djarin say? He was telling Grogu to be careful because of how powerful the Hutts are, and they're these guys are packed with a lot of firepower. They will shoot them down. You can't just have anybody just go in there and do whatever, right? Like, think about it. There were ships that were with him as he was entering in. They were gonna shoot him down if he didn't let him know that he's with the New Republic for this job. I'm gonna get Rada for you, all that stuff, right? So that's number one. So they set that up, and then once again, they easily be able to basically kill him. But even besides that point, how many times did we see the ships literally come into the surface without being noticed by the ships and going out, in and out? How many times? Think about it. Grogu and the Babu Fricks came in without being caught. I know what you're thinking. Great, but they were hiding and they were super small. They've got scanners, bruh. You think they just spot the ship every time? What about a ship with a cloak? Like, think about it. Let's think about it. They've got scanners. It's not hard to believe that. In fact, it's kind of dumb if you don't believe that. So they got in without even being seen somehow. But not only got in, they got out being seen and then coming back again. Not only are they coming back, but eventually they end up coming with the New Republic, which is another lore issue that I have. Because they don't do that crap. Think about this on the grand scale from the Republic's perspective. You hire a bounty hunter. Bounty hunter gets in trouble. Now you go risk your resources and your reputation to go and destroy the Hutts and pick a fight with them. That in of itself doesn't even make sense. But add the fact that even in that same movie, do you remember what they said to Din Djarin when he was trying to get Rada to begin with? What Zeb told him? He said, "We're the New Republic. This is, we can't interfere." In their own freaking movie, they say we cannot interfere, and they go ahead and interfere on the Nalhutta planet later on. I'm just like, what the frick? I'm so confused on why they're able to get away with this. Like, you know how many people would go against the Republic because they would do such an act? Ridiculous. That's a whole reason why they would keep their nose out of the Outer Rim and stuff like that. It's so dumb, dude. So yeah, those sort of things is why I gave it a 4, because it did have some lore-breaking stuff, in my opinion, because that stuff just doesn't make sense when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. You know? I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? What's up? Agree, don't agree with certain points? What'd you guys think of it? It's 11:30 for me right now. Why are you speaking in the third person? No, why would Gary do that? I don't know, to be honest. Well, to be fair, the New Republic could have made the Hutts, get rid of their security. What? But they weren't on behalf of. That doesn't make sense at all. Think about this for a second. Let's actually use that. I know I like comments like that though, because it gets me thinking. But let me tell you why I don't think that would work. Because first off, they're going against the quote New Republic now. They lied to them. They don't give a rip about the New Republic. And if anybody thinks the Hutts cares about the New Republic, you got another thing coming. They never cared about anything but themselves, period. Okay? They don't give a rip about what the New Republic does. And we know this. How do we know this? They lied to them. Right? Which, it's kind of weird to me, too, that the New Republic is operating the way that they are. Like, okay, whatever. You're trying to hunt down the remains of the people in the Empire, but I don't know. The way they go about it doesn't really seem New Republic-ish, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, they're willing to do, quote, bad things, kind of like what the Rebellion was willing to do, but there's a difference between the Rebellion versus the New Republic, right? The New Republic's basically trying to be the new, quote, Empire, if you will, right? But without being the Empire. They're going to try and rebuild up the democracy and all that. But they're still acting of their own accord. They're doing things like mercenaries. They're not really weighing the risks now. There's no, like, I didn't see, there's no, maybe there's a political thing, but we haven't seen any of it yet, right? There's no talks and accountability of what they're doing. They're just kind of doing it, right? Like, they're hiring these bounty hunters. They don't care what the cost is. We just need this info to get revenge off of this guy. You know what I mean? It's like, that just doesn't seem very New Republic-ish if they're supposed to be good, right? Which is fine if they're not, if that's just a mistake they're supposed to make, but we don't really know a whole lot about the New Republic, other than what the sequel trilogies give us, which is trash. But so I'm only going off of what we know off of episodes, you know, the rebellion from episode 6 and it transitioning into what it should be, if you will. The Empire are the good guys. No, but it's interesting when you think about it, though, right? Because it's like, look at what they're doing. They are hiring Din Djarin and these other bounty hunters to basically just do what you need to do. They don't give a rip about Rada or anything else. Just do the job and get us the info. And that's how we know the Hutts don't care about the New Republic, is because they lied to them. They already had the info and they didn't give it to them. They basically try to use them. So that's number one. So they don't care about the New Republic. And number two, think about it. The second time they came in, they let the New Republic in because they're trying to use the New Republic. That's why you let Din Djarin in the first time. Okay? That's why he didn't get shot down or anything else. Because he's saying, all right, bounty hunter, go get my Rada. You know, go. Right? He goes and gets Rada. Then, once the Hutts... It makes sense, too, that he's sending Embo to watch him, or maybe having Embo do the job as well, and Embo's seeing all this. You know what I think? I think the twins also hired Embo to get Rada, and he was kind of doing the whole Boba versus IG-88 thing in Empire Strikes Back. I don't know if you guys know the backstory of that, but if you guys watch Empire Strikes Back again, and when you see when C-3PO is shot up, or whatever, and Chewbacca's trying to put him together, and he's in like that little like droid area with the rotating belts, if you will, with the Ugnaught, you'll see in the background like a really messed up IG-88. If you guys don't know the lore about that, that's because IG-88 also tracked Han Solo to Cloud City along with Boba Fett. In the movie, we only see Boba Fett, right? But it was actually both of them. IG-88 and Boba Fett both tracked him, and they got in a fight over basically who's going to get him and get the reward, and obviously Boba won. Why was I saying this? There's a reason I was saying this. I lost my original point. No, wait, hold on. All right, I finished eating those, so we could start playing some games, and I'll continue my thoughts. But yeah, that's some of them, and that's picking up stuff on my first watch through. I'm sure I'll pick up even more issues the second time around, but that's just stuff that I noticed watching it the first time. But yeah, pacing overall was very bad. Didn't like it. There was lots of action, but not really for any reason. It was just a good movie, though. Embo and Mando both went for it. Yeah, that's kind of the mentality that I was, or what I was thinking there. Where they hired Embo, that just makes the most amount of sense, right? Let me get into Galactic Assault. I don't want to go on Takodana. Maybe we do want to go on Takodana. It's a fuller lobby. Yeah, I'm going to go to Takodana. Instance 1. For those that are wanting to join. Let's get it. But I gotta say, man, like I don't think it was good. I don't think it was a good movie, because I don't think just point blank action makes a good movie. You know, I like action, but I like there to be stakes and a good story, and I wasn't invested in any of it. There were no stakes, in my opinion. I didn't feel any stakes. I didn't feel like anybody was at any real danger, because it's like, what's the repercussions if he fails? Nothing. Nothing happens. He just doesn't complete his bounty. Whoop-de-frickin-do. You know what I mean? He's still fine. Him and Grogu are fine. Whatever. You know? I mean, I guess you could argue that they could die, but knowing how Disney makes their stuff, I didn't think they were gonna die. Not once. Did any of you guys think they were gonna die at any point? I didn't think they were in any real danger. I didn't feel it. So I think that's why the action kind of didn't make it up for me to be a good movie, because I don't know. I didn't really care. I didn't think it was a good movie. I like the different creatures and the lore stuff that they brought in with, you know, on the big screen. Especially when they went to Nal Hutta and bringing stuff that we even saw in the Clone Wars, even though it's a different variation of the Dragon Snake. I thought that was very cool, right? Even a lot of the creatures that we see in like the Star Wars chest, they brought in into like that. Like, I love a lot of the stuff they brought to life on the big screen, but at the same time, don't sacrifice the story for it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought it was weird too. Just like I said, how Mando's only working for the New Republic. Like, if I had to sum it up, Mando's only working for the New Republic, thought was weird. Grogu's force powers and how they set him up to basically being weak sometimes and like non-existent other times to being super overpowered with force healing and doing all these things, force connecting with the Rancor, not a huge fan of. And then you've got the scale of Nal Hutta with the lack of guards and all that, because I know you mentioned like the New Republic could have made him put him away. Not really, because when you think about it, the second time as well that he came in, I already explained the first time why it wouldn't make sense that they would have their guards shooting him, right? Because he's supposed to be there, he's doing a job. But the second time, once Embo finds out that he let Rada go, then okay, his job's to bring in Din Djarin now, and Rada. So what does he do? He does that. So they end up getting Rada, and they also get Din Djarin. Now they're gonna punish Din Djarin. And what do? So that's how he got in the second time. They didn't need the guards to kill him because he's gonna be brought before the twins. Dude, that is such a sick Boba skin. I love that. Anyways, we join in late. I'm not really too worried about that match. You know what we need to do, though? I don't want to quit, though. I need to figure out how many more heroes we got left. Can someone find me the clip? It's the end of the stream. I can find it. I'll pull it up here in a minute. I just need to figure out what heroes I need left. I know I've done Rex. We did Padme. We did Cody. I don't know if we did Hunter or not. I don't think we did. We've done Shriv. I'm almost positive we did Maz. We've done Ninub. We've done Din Djarin. I don't know. Great, gotta go. See ya. All right, I'll see you later, man. Have a good one. But yeah, the second time he was supposed to be there, and the guards weren't really supposed to do anything unless he asked them to do something, you know. So they weren't supposed to shoot him down those 2 points, but I'm talking about and when the New Republic did come in, they did shoot at him and stuff, so there's that, at least. That guy calling you a cheater, I'm 90% sure he's cheating. Who's that? Uh-oh. There's a hacker in here? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I don't know. But yeah, the force power stuff, him working for the New Republic, the scale of Nal Hutta with the guards, like, that was a bit weird. Rada convincing Din Djarin because a bounty hunter can tell when somebody's lying. Like, if that's the case, then why wouldn't he believe you off the bat? Why did you saying that convince him? That just makes these people seem very unintelligent or, like, too easy to convince with stupid stuff. Makes them seem kind of dumb. Dang, man. But yeah, and you know what else I thought was really bad too? Like, I think that when they try to make it seem like I think the biggest emotional weight that people felt during that movie was when Din Djarin was gonna die of the poison. I think it's pretty safe to say that was pretty much the high tense moment. And I didn't even feel anything, but obviously some of the casual friends did, right? So they felt something, and that was the thing that they shared with me of why they almost cried. So that seems to be it. And even in that moment, not only was I not invested into it, I thought that was boring because it felt very, like, drawn out. The pacing of that scene was so bad because it just had them, I don't know how long they had them laying there, but it felt like at least 10 minutes. It felt very long. And they had this Grogu montage of, like, him trying to protect Din Djarin. And, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I didn't like that. It was really weird. The pacing was really weird. It's kind of like they were trying to drown out that, or drag out, I should say. How did that guy survive? They try to drag out that emotional feeling of like, oh, is Din Djarin gonna die? Oh no, like no one's actually thinking he's gonna die for that long, right? Like I don't know. I just thought that was silly. Pacing as an overall movie just was bad. I think especially when he completed the mission and he went back to the New Republic and all that. And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, 4 out of 10. Not a huge fan. Bro, who agrees the Empire are the good guys between the Rebels and the New Republic? I wouldn't say they're the good guys. I would say the Rebels are the good guys. I mean, you gotta look at why the Rebels were even doing bad things to begin with. Oh! You know what else I watched? This is probably gonna surprise a lot of you guys. But one of my friends wanted to watch it, so I watched it with him. We finished Andor. I watched the second half of the season of Andor season 2, and then we also watched Rogue One right after it hits. And you know what? After that, we watched A New Hope, and I think I mentioned this in my post. Disney actually changed the way I look at A New Hope a little bit. They did with the Andor show, because it's funny because it actually has nothing to do with Andor. But Luthen, my guy. That's my type of character right there, baby. Oh my gosh. Just chills thinking about Luthen. Bro. They did so good with that. Now listen. I think people were also, like, it was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. The second half of the season. But it also, I think, might have been a little overhyped up for what some of you guys were saying. We still had a lot of those same issues that it was having before, but at least it focused a bit more on the story. But yeah, there's that. The Rebels killed millions of good people, and the Empire killed more. On the second Death Star, I wouldn't say on the second Death Star they were innocent people. I mean, perhaps, yeah. I'm sure there's prisoners on board and things of that nature. But to say, you know, millions on there of innocent people, I don't know. Unless you're trying to, yeah, because like the stormtroopers aren't innocent. I mean, they're working for the Empire. They know the risks. They're doing this as a job. I think we need Hunter. Also, more people had better lives under the Empire. It doesn't make them... Just because some people had better lives under the Empire, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, you could use that same logic with the Holocaust. You know? You can argue that maybe the Nazis were living... having better lives. That doesn't mean anything for the Jews. Like, that doesn't change the fact that it's evil. I have no doubt that was the whole point of the Empire. They wanted people to live good lives and not go against them. They wanted that. That way there wouldn't be any rebellion. You know what I mean? But once you got in their way, you know what I mean? Then they're just going to kill you. Or if they failed their job, I mean, how many times have they killed their own people because they failed to do their job? The price of failure is death with the Empire. They don't mess around when you get to those higher up ranks. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure that people had good lives as part of the Empire. But you know what? I bet you there were people that had good lives and it turned bad once the Empire came into play. We've seen this countless times during the transition from Order 66 and them going from clones to stormtroopers. Have you seen Matt Pad's vid on Empire being the good guys? No, I haven't. I don't even know who that is. Dude, how long are we going to wait for a hero here? 3 and 6. Come on, man. Bro, we won. I don't think there was a hacker. Oh, wait, he very well could be on our team, maybe. I don't know. Because that was the opponent saying that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Is there any people with ridiculous kills? I don't know. No, nothing ridiculous. I'll keep the blaster, why not? I'm having some fun with it. That's just a theory, a game theory. Oh, I might have seen one of his videos before. Long time ago. But yeah, I didn't know his name or anything. I've seen like probably 1 or 2 game theory videos in my life. And it's been years. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I made some pretty valid points. Like I said, some were nitpicks, some were lore. I'm sure I'm forgetting some that I thought of. But that's the whole reason why I want to watch it on Disney Plus, so that way I can get a piece of paper out and break down everything that I'm thinking and seeing, and then make a video on it, and then explain more why it's a 4 out of 10. Or unless I change my mind, I might have a new rating for it then. But right now, it's a 4 out of 10. I do think it's a barely a bad movie, but bad. If I had to say, I would put it as a bad movie. Like, in other words, I think Rogue One Solo was better. I think they have some Disney Plus shows that are frankly better, which is saying a lot. I wouldn't recommend it. I do think they break lore a little bit. It's not as dramatic as a sequel trilogy. So, like, I think I'd put it up there around Force Awakens-ish. I'm not saying it's the same level. It's not. But around it. Anyone seen Toy Story 5 yet? Is it out? I didn't know it was out yet. I know it's coming out. When does it release? But no, I haven't seen it. It's kind of interesting because I don't know how I feel about it. Like, there's parts of it that look good, and there's parts of it that I'm like, I don't really like. First off, I don't know what they did to Slinky. I watched the trailer or whatever, and I'm like, Slinky looks weird. They changed Slinky. He's looking very, very weird. We lost the Cantina, boys! There's way too many. Put down my darn trophy. Tickle him, baby, tickle him. I need a new pistol. This ain't working anymore.
Grenade deployed.
It's not working! Such a weak pistol, bro. Guys, what's the pistol? Does anybody know? So the damage is 42 to 26. X8. So it looks like it hits. Even past medium range. Let's try this. Improved cooling. That's good enough. Let's try the X8. That's not a bad fire rate for it being a lot of damage.
Let's not give up the junkyard yet. Reinforcements.
But I don't know. I feel like overall, I'm not really too hyped up for Toy Story 5 because I kind of didn't like Toy Story 4. I liked Toy Story 1, 2, 3. Didn't like 4. Thought they ended it in a horrible way. And now with Toy Story 5, all I'm seeing is a jacked up looking Slinky and them trying to repeat the golden days of Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 and trying to find a reason to bring it back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like how they're doing it. Like the same things I don't like, it still kind of looks interesting, or maybe I don't know. It's hard to tell. Disney sucks at a lot of things, and they're really good at some other things. So, you know, it's just like I don't know what to trust this time around. You know. But like you see a bunch of the Buzzes like we see in Toy Story 2. You see Woody and Buzz arguing like they do in Toy Story 1, right? You got the, you know, big baddie villain like they do in Toy Story 3 is the iPad, whatever. You just, you know what I mean? You start to see all these different things, and they try and bring some of the stuff from Toy Story 4, which I already hate. I don't give a rip about Forky. I don't care about Knifey or Wifey, whatever the dumb name is. Stupid. And yeah, I don't know. I wish they just ended it with 3 and had it like a, you know, I was already like when I watched Toy Story 3, to be honest, I didn't kind of like Bonnie, but I was like, I think it still works for the story and they could end it there, whatever. But
things go sideways, I'll divert their forces.
Yeah, no. All right, well, we got a hero to deal with right now, dude. This sucks. I already lost him. I can't see him. This guy hits his shots. And there's Darth Maul. Let's move. I don't know how to play Hunter yet. I don't even know his darn abilities. Vibro Knife, Enhanced Senses. This is passive. So I can always see footprints. Interesting. Because more resistance to combat, gaining bonus health, and immediately being stunned and knocked down. That's huge. Maybe I have been him. I feel like I've heard that one before. Crap. Better run. I made Darth Maul run for me. All right, that fake confidence actually worked. Low damage stun. Oh, that's sick. Did that knock him down, or was that my teammate? I don't know. It's not stunning him. It's not actually stunning him. So I'm assuming that didn't actually work. That was a horrible run. It says it's a low damage stun, achieving 2 hits on an enemy trooper, or 3 if they are a villain will knock them down. Okay, so it was us and inflict extra damage. Enemies knocked down by the stun blast are briefly immune to its effects. What does that mean? Like they don't take. What do you mean immune by it to its effects? Like being able to knock them down again? These are the fast fire rate. That better be what I was talking about, not like the damage. But I thought I shot him like 3 times and he didn't get knocked down that second time. I saw him get knocked down the first time. Maybe I missed one of my shots and I only shot him twice. I thought I shot him at least 3 times, but I don't know. How many... What's the stuff in a row that you gotta do? Like, is it... Like, what's the time in between? You know what I mean? Yeah, what's the time? That's what I want to know about. Like, in other words, can I shoot one, leave, come back, shoot him a second time, and then I know that my next shot will knock him down? Or does it have to go pew, 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 all 3 shots, back to back to back? Or does it all have to be within 5 seconds? Like, I don't know. I want to know. Need more information with that. I find it interesting that a lot of you guys thought The Mandalorian Grogu was good, honestly. I mean, I guess that's good that you guys liked it. But I don't really see that being a film I'd ever want to watch again. I'd want to watch it just to see to like have a good breakdown of a video, and that's it. I feel like I'd never watch that ever again. Bro, I'm behind it. What? How'd they kill me? Thought I was taking cover behind that. Oh, we have the NC-242. No, 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 no. Where's ours? Which one was ours? This one. This is ours. I think Toy Story 5 looks fun. I don't go to the movies that often. We'll definitely watch when on streaming for sure. Yes. I'm kind of in that same boat there. I don't mind going to the movies, especially if it's something I want to support or really see, but Toy Story 5 is not one I really want to see. Like, I'll definitely watch it if it comes to Disney Plus. Give it a watch, see how I like it. Hopefully I do like it. Hopefully it's not trash. But yeah, nothing for me to go watch in the movie theaters to support. Honestly, I really didn't want to support Mandalorian and Grogu, but I was like, whatever. It's you know, I want to be able to hang out with my friends, and they wanted to go watch it. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna be the Star Wars fan that says nah? You know what I mean? So anytime they're down for Star Wars, I better say yes. You know what I mean?
Enemy pushing to the bazaar.
That's a cool skin, bro. What the heck? I feel like sometimes they don't take any damage. Like, what was that, man? Seriously? So I supported Mandalorian and Grogu with 9 tickets, dude. 9 tickets. Woo! Huh. And it's funny because it's still the worst performing. Oh, I love to see it though. Good. I'm glad it's the worst performing. I think it deserves it. Dude, I feel like every time I spawn, I just die. It's kind of annoying now. It's getting on my nerve now. Come on. Client said something like this, then get the help of the New Republic or something like that. And Mando said that's a joke. Said something like, "Is there a peace since the revolution?" Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot different from what. There's some things they kept consistent from the show, and then a lot of things they changed. And I'm just like, I don't know. Just a weird direction overall, I feel. It really just felt like a cash grab movie. And I don't like movies that feel like that. And like I said, it's exactly what I expected. You know? It wasn't worse than what I thought. It wasn't better than what I thought. It was just exactly what I thought. I think my expectations for the film were pretty spot on. And I do think like the best way of describing it is that it really is season 4, 6 out of 8 episodes. One of my friends was saying, nah, it's like 2 to 3, and I'm like, their show is not that fast paced. They do not put in that much stuff into their show, because I know as I started to rewatch it, and let me just say, as I was watching The Mandalorian season 1, I was like, you know what? This is actually this is pretty good, man. Like, this is better than what I remember, and I am realizing that I have lowered a lot of my standards. You know, doing this marathon, I have. Disney has gotten me to slowly, little by little, lower my standards for them. And that's a piece. No, screw that. Nah. Nope.
Hey. Wake up and smell the coffee.
That's right. I need to wake up and smell the coffee because, boy, they were actually doing some Empire moves. Think about it. That's how the Empire would work. That's why Andor had to do what he had to do in the show. You know what I mean? To steal all those Imperial credits to make the Empire overreact and show what they're really capable of. You know what I mean? Because, bro, it ain't it. Disney's the same way. They didn't do like any crazy overreacting stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, they have here and there, but over time, they've just been putting out crap, trying to be like, hey, if they just give us a little bit of something that's kind of you're going to think it's great, you know? And rewatching that first season of The Mandalorian, I'm like, you know what? This was actually pretty good. You know what I mean? For the most part. You know what I mean? And I'm like, A lot of the shows they're putting out now isn't even close to that level. And then I go to watch the first 6 in Clone Wars, and I'm like, this is just good. Mario Galaxy was so peak, bro. How did we get on this to Mario Galaxy? That's funny. I need a sniper. Why did I pick officer? Might as well play the objective here. I am gonna have to get off soon though and call it a day. Oof. Oof. Don't die. Don't die. I already held triangle. That's stupid. I should have had my gun out. That is stupid. I had my gun out, man. Come on. I put that junk away. Oh, we were talking about movies. Is that how we got on that subject? Because I know that there was a Mario Galaxy 2 movie. Is that what you're referring to? Or are you talking about the game? I'm gonna go for the objective. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish this match. I was hoping that it wouldn't make a chic. Because I don't think we're gonna win first phase, but Anakin, do something! I really need to keep a list of the ones I've done and haven't yet. Dude, this is ridiculous. I'm going down so stupidly fast, and my team isn't doing jack. They're right by me. I don't understand why they're not firing or doing anything. I don't get it. It's been happening all day today. That and spawn deaths and all kinds of crap. I'm gonna put it away right when I pick it up. Watch. Oh, maybe I was holding it, not pressing it. So. There's no shot the stab did that at that distance. And then your hop, they must have changed it. Hold on. They must have changed the vehicles. Have to. Have to. Bro, there's no way he's doing it on that stupid shaky thing and hopping off like that. That easily in junk? Heck no. And I'm hitting him. Feels smoother, actually. Yeah, it looks like they actually fixed the vehicles. What in the world? That's actually kind of crazy, because that's the second time today that's happened. By the way, you guys following the World Cup? No, man, I've just been busy with the Star Wars stuff and then the Freedom 250 and all that. But to be fair, I don't typically watch, you know, football / soccer, depending where you're at, too often anyways. We really need to try and win first phase here. Dude, I swear these guys aren't doing anything. What heroes have we been today? We've been Hunter, we've been 9-Nub, we've been... What else, guys? Help me out here. Shriv. No, we haven't been Hux yet. Have we? I think we did. I think we died right away, though. Told it to pull it out. You press it to put away. Okay, should have known that. Dude, this is dumb. Vader's on that outer edge, but I Dude, I can't even get in range. This is so stupid. Can't do anything. And I would be reinforcement, but then I can't pick it up. We were Hask. Yeah, we were Hask, actually. Padme, that's right, we were Padme. That's correct. I don't think we've done any Saber heroes today. Bro! Dude, this is actually annoying. I feel like my team actually isn't doing anything. It literally just feels like it's me against 20 people. I think I'm gonna have to quit this game early, which I hate to do, but I'm gonna have to. There's no way I can finish this game with how it's going. Like, I've been trying to play the objective this whole time and I'm just getting lit up. Gosh, bro, what the frick? I don't know what to do. I actually don't. There we go. There we go. I get one shot off, two shot, no, one shot off. Oh, it's Thrawn. I'm like, dude, is that a trooper? Like, who is that? I didn't know it was Thrawn for a second. I would not have engaged that guy if I knew he was a hero. Dude, they just spawned back. This guy in dumb staff is actually just annoying. My infiltration should have killed him. I don't have ion shot, but I don't care. Boom! Darn it. Did you play as a Grand Admiral today? I did not. I did not. Wait, maybe... Is he the guy with the Bacta? No, that was Shriv, right? Who did I play on Starkiller Base? I think that was Shriv. Man, there's so many heroes that all blend together. Dude, there's so many! Can we push up, team? What the heck are we doing? Why are we just hiding in these bushes? Cowards! Bro, I don't even know who we be. Who do we be? Who do we be? Who have we not been, man? I don't even stinking know. I'm gonna go Lando. I don't... Bro, I chose Lando! I need the list. It doesn't matter. I gotta get off anyways. Alright, that's it for today, guys. I want to play more, but... we're just gonna have to continue this later on in the week. Fine, one run as a hero. Last one. Freaking A. Who do we go? I don't know if I've been Ahsoka or not. I think I have. Yes, I have been. I remember being Ahsoka on Crate. Whatever. Maybe would it be? I guess we're going Ahsoka again. I don't remember. Dude, I put out my block. I really knew that was gonna freaking happen. Now this idiot's chasing me. That's stupid.
Like my lightsabers?
Bro. This stupid MTT, bro. I'm the only one playing this dumb game. That's a fact. Jeez, at least on my team. I don't know why they won't push up. These guys are just so scared for their life. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see. Who do we play today? Padme, Hunter, Nine Nub, Shriv, Dengar. Pretty sure. Yeah, we did. We just sucked with him. We sucked with everybody. Hask. Captain Cardinal. Sucked with, yeah. So we're 7 heroes today. You know, not great for time-wise, but we also did a lot of other stuff, too. We talked a lot today, which is fine. We were gone for 2 weeks. I'm okay to talk for a little bit today. There was another thing I was going to talk about, too. There's so many things. It's all right. We have all week. We'll be talking about the past couple weeks, what's been going on and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys saw the start of the Great Temple and Lego, but it's coming along little by little. And... dude, well, there's another thing I saw. It's killing me. What was it? I was gonna bring it up. Bro, what was it? Dude, I can't remember. It'll just have to come to me. Man, what was it? There's something Star Wars related, I think. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know, man. Oh, by the way, actually, there's not that many people in here. That's fine. Means you have to recheck the vehicles and enforcer units. Yeah, we're gonna recheck everything. We're gonna look at everything eventually. And then once we look at everything, then we're gonna actually start learning it all. And I want to kind of not master the mod, but have a really good grip of everything on this mod before I go out and start learning other mods, because there's some other there's crazier mods than even this one. This one seems to be the most complete all-around experience without having a lot of mods and things of that nature. So we're going with this one, and we'll just go from there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed our stream back. We'll be doing probably part 3 sometime this week, and maybe Wednesday. We'll be back on the gaming channel tomorrow. We'll be continuing our God of War playthrough. Honestly, I'm between God of War, Lego Fortnite, and Finals for my main 3 games on the gaming channel at the moment. Doesn't mean we won't play other stuff, but we got a single player game going, we got a chill game going, and we've also got a multiplayer game going. What else is there to, you got to dedicate so much time with other things, you know what I mean? It's bothering me. I was hoping I'd remember it. Dude! That's right. I guess I'll just have to save it for Wednesday. When I think of it, I'll write it down. And then maybe we'll finish up talking about Mandalorian and Grogu. I at least got most of the stuff off my chest that was the main... It was, like I said, there was only like 3 or 4 maybe lore-breaking stuff. I say lore-breaking. Maybe you can find reasonings with it, but I think it's also hard to explain. I haven't found a reasoning for them yet. So I'm going to say like 3 or 4 bad lore points that put it into the bad category, along with the bad pacing as a movie, and also certain scenes. And then there's some other nitpicks that I have as well, but there is that. Overall, 4 out of 10. I think that's being generous too. All y'all saying it's good. What do you guys rate it out of 10? All you guys are saying it's good, but what do you guys actually rate it out of 10? Because when I think good, I'm thinking 7, 8. You know what I mean? Maybe 6, like it just barely good, but it's more mid type good. Noah gives it an 8. Dang. Really? That high? Did you think Din Djarin was gonna die, Noah? Was it tugging on your emotions? 6 or 7 out of 10? Dang, you guys are actually giving it kind of high scores. Okay. Interesting. Like I said, I think I would have maybe rated it if that was season 4. I feel like maybe I could go up to a 6. But I feel like I don't think it deserves anything near a 7 unless it actually brings what it's supposed to bring to the table. And I just don't think we're going to get anything we're supposed to get out of that duo, unfortunately. All right. Well, those are the scores. They're in. In fact, I might make a little poll action and see what people rated overall. I felt like my 4 out of 10 would be a hot take because I am overall hearing not great things about it, but good things. Like, I haven't really heard anybody say that it's bad other than myself. So, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just a little bit harder, if you will. I don't know. But like I said, I am typically a part of the minority sometimes with some of my takes. But I've got reasonings to back it up. Sometimes I don't go, like, deep into them. Maybe I should. Maybe I might be able to convince a few more people or let them see my point of view, if you will. But, yeah. Because I was one of the few that didn't like The Force Awakens when it came out, too, so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll see you all tomorrow on the gaming channel. Have a great one. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, Jesus is the way. Don't forget to love each other, and may the Force be with you always.